Mm-mm-mm. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, dogs, and frogs. My name is Daryus B. And oh baby, gotta go to school, gonna like the stream. Peace. I appreciate that, Jordan. Have a great day at school, homie. Have a great day at school. Make sure you get them grades right. Anyways, guys, as you guys can see up in the tight right hand corner, 18 minutes, 56 seconds. And we will be getting some new Dark Zone / PvP gameplay. I'm in Dark Zone right now, baby. Yo, what's up? One of one males 510. What's up, homie? Hold up, it is 9:41 a.m. and there's roads in the dark. It don't change. I love it. I love it. I don't even know if I want to go in the Dark Zone right now, though. Like, we got 18 minutes left before this gameplay starts, baby. The Division 2 has been released? No. What up, Unique? The Division 2 has not been released. Not just yet. I don't even know, like, do I even want to do these? I mean, I don't have anything else to do. Let me look at these combinations real quick. Guys, I just started on PC, look. And look at your boy. Don't tell me I don't be grinding. Like, I be grinding. I just started on PC. Look. I have everything except for the 3000 commendation. I would have already had this on Xbox if I had stayed on Xbox. I hope the Division 2 is perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect game. Except for SSX Tricky. SSX Tricky was probably a perfect game. Like, it was perfect. But besides that, a shooting game, RPG, it'll never be perfect. You can't balance RPG. RPGs will never be balanced. It just, I don't think it's possible to perfectly balance an RPG game or even a shooter game. Let's take Call of Duty for existence, right? Yo, what's up, Ghost Joker? Let's take Call of Duty for example, right? There's always a gun that is going to be better than every other gun on Battlefield. There will always be a plane that is better, a sniper that is better, a SMG or LMG or AR that is always better. You take a fighting game like Mortal Kombat 11 coming real soon. You know I got y'all, right? Mortal Kombat 11 coming soon, and Liu Kang is gonna be better than all of you guys' characters. I'm saying Liu Kang because that's my guy, right? That's my guy. But in fighting games, you always gonna have top tier and low tier. Like right now, if you go in the Dark Zone, you're gonna have Pred, and Nomad. Why? Because those are the easiest no skill gear sets in the game. Look what I got on right now. Look what I got on right now. Right? But I have an excuse. I have a full Pred, right? I don't have full striker. Look, I'm still missing 2 pieces on my striker. The chest and the knee pads. If I did have full striker, I would be running that, but I don't have full. I would run full Lone Star, but I'm still missing 2 pieces. I got full D3. I got the easiest ones. I got D3, Nomad, and Pred. I also got Banshee. Right, but Banshee's not as good as Nomad. I think Nomad and Striker are the best. And Alpha Bridge. If I had Alpha Bridge, I would play that. Yo, there's ain't that what diversity is? Different playstyles is what makes the game fun. Yeah, but the thing is, everybody is gonna find. I'm gonna get to you too, Corey. Everybody is gonna find what is OP and gravitate to that. Like right now, Nomad is OP. Striker is still OP too. It's just Striker is harder. We're gonna go what's easy to use and what's OP. Right now, Nomad is OP. In the group setting, D3 is also OP. But Nomad is OP and it's easy to use. Pred is not OP, it's just annoying. You force people to use a med kit. That's why that. But people are gonna, and like at the beginning of the game, there're gonna be a lot of different builds, right, Ghost? There's gonna be a lot of different builds, a lot of diversity. And then people like me who gonna be playing for like 15 hours a day, are gonna search and theory craft. The beta is dropping February 7th, by the way. Yes, Striker takes more skill than Pred. Everything takes more skill than Pred besides Nomad. And probably even D3 takes more skill than Nomad. But people eventually are gonna gravitate to the meta builds. Like it's just what happens in RPGs. You take any game. You take Call of Duty. You go back to MW3, MP7 ACRs, Akimbo FMG9s. That's what you're gonna see. You go in the car right now. I don't know what the meta is in car right now, but I know the ICR was the ICR and the double pistols. The double something was OP. The build to end all builds, right? Like people gonna ask me what build I'm running. It's gonna be the God build. Like people used to ask me during the division, "Yo, DSP, what build you running?" God build, like basically. Hold on, let me go back to Corey up top. My boy Corey said Mortal Kombat was a flop. No major differences from XL. Have you? See, that's what I expect from a casual. But have you not seen how much time we got? 11 minutes. Have you not seen they have new short hops? There's no running. The meter is different. You don't build meter. Your meter just refills, but you can't build meter by your actions. It just refills on its own. There are a lot of differences than MKX. They're bound to bring more gear / brand sets or some sort of classified after lunch, and I'm really interested in how the exotics are gonna work. I think gear sets will be different from brand sets. Brand sets are there in the beginning, which I already told y'all what brand set is gonna be. Everybody's gonna be using the DPS people. They're gonna be using the Solikov Concern. SMG damage, crit hit chance, crit hit damage. If you got 3 of those on, you get 3. That's what you get. SMG damage, crit hit chance, crit hit damage. That's like savage. That's like giving you savage gloves. But the good thing about that is, if you have 3 of those on, right, you get this. You get this. Plus, you can get stuff like this. I can't say too much. Saints and Chiefs got robbed. Saints got robbed, but the Chiefs. Let me tell you about the Chiefs. Yeah, MK11 gonna be hot. I think MK11 gonna be hot. I'm definitely gonna be playing it. So D2 can be played from the Division 1 station? No. Don't be shy. But let me go to AJ real quick about the Saints. The Saints, that non-pass interference call, I don't know how you don't call that. I understand. I understand what the referee is going through. I make this call. The Saints go to the Super Bowl. I don't make this call. The Rams go to the Super Bowl. But that was a blatant pass interference. Even the guy that committed the pass interference, he said, hey, look, it was pass interference. I got away with it. They didn't call it. Yeah. There's no gear won't be DLC on this game. And all DLC is free for the first year. But gear will not be DLC. Gear even wasn't DLC in the first game. There is no way on God's green earth that they will be that stupid and make gear DLC and make this game pay to win. They won't do that. They didn't do that in the first game, and I don't think Ubisoft has a pay to win game, period. Ubisoft doesn't have not one pay to win game, and they will not make their most selling game of the year a pay to win game. That won't happen. Saints definitely did get robbed, but the Chiefs didn't get robbed. You might say that roughing the passer, was a bad call, but then the Chiefs got a call also. That pass interference on CJ Jackson, I think his name was. Gears of War is so underrated. A YouTuber said that though. YouTubers get stuff wrong, but tell me the YouTuber that said that, and now I go correct them. But 8 minutes left. Do something real quick. Oh, they're already live, baby. Or are they? Hold on, are they live? Since I'm not doing anything, I might as well. Yeah. Yes, chat. Yes. This the one your boy got, chat. This the one your boy got. Yeah, I really hate the Patriots. Is this the proper beta? Nah, can't wait for your build videos. Also, a better understanding of how the game works. You're good at that. Yeah, I'll be doing.
All right, so we are doing a sound check now. Cool, as you know. You want to say hi? You want to say hi to the internet a couple of minutes before we go live?
Are we live already?
We are. Well, we have audio. So it seems like the sound check is actually working. Hello, everyone. So happy to see everyone.
I'm gonna mute that for right now because they just doing a sound check. But the Chiefs did not get robbed. They did get that. The Patriots did get that call on that roughing the passer. It wasn't roughing the passer. But then the next drive, the Chiefs got a pass interference call that was not pass interference. That was not pass interference, and the Chiefs got the ball like on a 15-some yard line. It was something like that. They called it on CJ Jackson, I believe his name is. That was not pass interference. Like, come on. So they got a call too. D Ford. If you're gonna blame anybody on the Chiefs game, blame D Ford, because their game was over. My man lined up offsides. Tom Brady threw the ball. It got tipped at the line of scrimmage. Interception. I don't know who the defensive lineman that hit that ball was, but tipped at the line of scrimmage. Interception. Hold on, dog. D Ford, you lined up in the neutral zone, baby. Come on, homie. The Chiefs lined up in the neutral zone. What are you doing? Come on.
Okay. All right, we're good. We'll see you guys in roughly 5 minutes, 45 seconds.
He didn't touch that fumble though. That punt, he didn't touch that. He didn't touch it. Guess what? I wanted him to touch that ball so bad, but they showed different angles, and I was going for the Chiefs. I was going for that. This is not a private beta. It's a special report, Dark Zone PvP watch party. I was going for the Chiefs and the Rams. But the Chiefs, they blew that. Just if D forward, this is the Super Bowl, and you line up and you couldn't like defend him. You clearly saw my man was way across the line by a lot. How? How do you let that happen? It should be Saints and Patriots in the bowl. No, it should be Rams and Chiefs. Like I said, I'm a Giants fan. He didn't touch it. He didn't touch it. I was pulling for the Chiefs. Both of them got 2 calls late in the game. That roughing the passer that they got, and then the Chiefs got a pass interference that I don't think was pass interference. They actually got 2 pass interferences. The second one, I do not think was a pass interference. The first one on CJ Jackson, I think his name was. That was a pass interference, but then the second one on him, the second one on CJ Jackson was not a pass interference, and I was like, wow. So they both got calls, but you go into overtime, and everybody knew whoever wins that toss wins the game and goes to the Super Bowl. The whole world knew it. The whole world knew it. I think at the beginning of the game too, I think Patrick Mahomes played a little nervous. I mean, being that young in a AFC Championship game, you win this game, you go to the Super Bowl. I felt like he played a little bit nervous at the beginning. Do the Rams beat the Patriots though? No. I think this is gonna be bad. I think the Patriots win, and it's gonna be bad. I'm talking about bad. It's gonna be bad. A Giants fan living in Massachusetts. I mean, but y'all beat them twice in the Super Bowl. You think the Rams got it? No. I think the Patriots gonna win, and it's gonna be bad. And then Tom Brady is gonna win Super Bowl number 6 and retire as the greatest quarterback of all time. Nobody has 5. He has 5. Terry Bradshaw has 4. I think the Patriots win, and the Patriots win big. A Saints fan living in Texas, all Dallas fan going against us. I mean, they did beat y'all. I'm a Cowboys fan myself, living in Alabama, but you know that. You know me, roll tide roll, baby. I know we lost to Clemson, but don't bring that up. We talking about NFL right now. We talking about NFL right now, and we gonna be back. Y'all know this. McPhee had that magic playbook though. We got a minute and 30 seconds, people. Pat's gonna do them boys dirty. Tony Romo needs a head coaching job. Tony Romo already said he wanted, if Tony Romo would be anything, it would be a defensive coordinator, and he would give defenses nightmares. Oh my goodness. He would be telling cause the defensive coordinator can talk to the mic, right? The head linebacker. And he would be telling them, look, they're doing this. 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 Oh man. Tony Romo, I think he'll be a defensive coordinator. He already said he wants to be a defensive coordinator. I think he will be. Marcus Peters will get exposed badly. I think Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl. He and Gronk Maybe even Bill Belichick. All three of them might retire after this game. To be honest, the real GOAT is Drew Brees. I'm telling y'all, look at the numbers. You mean Peyton Manning? We know Drew Brees got numbers, but to me, football is the ultimate team sport, right? And you can't do it alone. If Drew Brees was on the Patriots, they win the same amount of Super Bowls, if not more. The sound is not up on this, so that's why it's not loud. But if Phillip Rivers was on the Patriots, they wins those Super Bowls.
For us, the Dark Zone and organized PvP, which we call Conflict, are the culmination of 2.5 years of learning and evolution since just before the launch of the first game. Being able to think about how we would approach all of those problems from the beginning with a true sequel, and building on all those learnings and all the feedback from the community is giving us the opportunity to do things the way that we really want to do them from the start.
Y'all hear that?
For this game, just as it was the first time, is only the beginning.
Everything you see in the Division 2 is what we've always wanted. We love PvP.
What's up, Ray
We
Corin?
want to make sure that as many players as possible can experience the kind of PvP they want. You know, you have the Dark Zone. We want more players to go in the Dark Zone and experience the loops. So we made it a little more fair. And then we have the occupied Dark Zones, right? And that's more intense, a little more crazy. And we know people want that too. And then you've got organized PvP, Conflict, right? And that's for players that just want that experience. They don't want anything crazy to happen. They don't want any PvE in their PvP. It's by no means the end, you know, and there's going to be more things that happen over the course of post-launch and all that jazz. But for launch, it's exactly where we want it to be.
Is low?
I've worked on, you know, PvE games before the Division and the Division 2, and it is a different experience. You know that players are generally going to experience PvE content, especially as it relates to missions, in a linear fashion, and so you can plan things. PvP, much different, right? It's 360 degrees, especially in the Dark Zone. We have to plan for everything. The positions of the Dark Zone this time allow for a different experience altogether.
It should be good now.
Because of the nature in which we're unlocking the Dark Zones, it's a part of the open world and mission flow. So players can get swept up in just the arc of the game and then experience the Dark Zones separately, but in the proper order.
What we found is having the 3 different zones and each being able to focus on their own play style and biome and diversity and the narrative and all of that stuff. You still get that same sense of being really surrounded by the story we're trying to tell.
And even though we've made them smaller, honestly, when you're in there, it still feels pretty damn big. It's still really intense.
The threat of players is still always around every turn, so as you're moving around, you're going to kind of be brushing elbows with them a little bit more, and that threat of whether or not PvP is going to happen is going to be a little more ever present.
Raekwon, if you played the game on PC, if you play it on PC, it looks beautiful.
We knew that we wanted to integrate it from the ground up this time around and make it an integral part of the experience overall. We want players to come to the Division for PvP as much as they do for PvE.
We have a fantastic level design and art staff here at Redstone, and now we can build custom maps. We didn't get to do that the first time, so letting them flex a little bit and show off and show people just, okay, this is how PvP is really supposed to be in the Division.
Being able to build custom maps that are dedicated to the PvP experience, and we know that our sight lines for objectives and domination are being managed and carefully monitored by the level designers. We're making sure that everything about the PvP gameplay that we want is part of the level design from the ground up, which is something we're really excited about.
I was about to say, that better not be it. That better not be it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the special report live stream about the Dark Zones and PvP in the Division 2. You just saw Tony and Terry from Redstorm. We're going to talk to them later on, so stick around for that. My name is Petter, and I just want to make sure that we're going to talk about Dark Zones and PvP. We're going to have live gameplay all through this this stream. But just remember that the build that we are using is still in development. There might be some bugs. There might be other things not working 100%, and the balance is not really there yet either, just so you know. But without further ado, let's introduce our very special guests here today. You guys are kind of Twitch veterans now, though. You've been around for a while. You've been here before.
It's always new, and it's always nerve-wracking. So,
it is.
But just for the introduction, my name is Gene Gertie. I'm the creative director on the Division 2.
My name is Matthias, called some game director on the game.
The game, the Division.
The game, the Division 2. The game.
The game.
The game.
You're right, Matt.
Just to reiterate what you were saying in the introduction, I mean, today we're focusing on Dark Zone and PvP. Yeah. This is really Redstorm's baby. They're going to jump in on the second half of the stream. What you're seeing today is live gameplay with people in the studio here who are going to be playing. And the charm of live gameplay is that we don't know what's going to happen.
Anything could happen at this point.
And it's very important to keep in mind, this is not the final build. We're a long way off.
Please keep that in mind.
It's almost more fun if it's not perfect.
It is, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so, too. Anyway, let's start off, because while there will be veterans, a lot of veterans watching the stream right now, there will probably also be new people who might have heard the term Dark Zone before, but I just want to, before we kind of go into the details, what is a Dark Zone?
So, I mean, the Division is a monstrously big game. And when we were thinking about the first game, there was this special place in our hearts and within the map that we wanted to create a social experiment for people to go in and play something that was really different from every other experience out there. And we coined it the Dark Zone. Now, in terms of the lore, this was in Midtown Manhattan. It was in the middle of the map. It was a long stretch of land, which was meant to be the epicenter of where the government tried to control the pandemic, the virus being let loose. Obviously, that didn't happen so well, but the lore makes it that the best stuff in the game was there. There was some incredible loot to get there, but you had to extract it. And it was also a place where the Shade Network wasn't so great. So the social experiment was, okay, if the cameras aren't on you, who are you? Are you that agent, that Division agent who's there to protect people, to stand up for what's good? Or are you Terry Spears, who's going to shoot you in the back? I mean, that was the question asked there. And to be honest, I'm notoriously a casual player of the Division, a casual player of games in general. But some of the best experiences that I ever had playing the game were going into the Dark Zone and exploring and finding just incredible stuff and friendships, pairing up with somebody who would accompany me. And then, you do a landmark together. You go to an extraction together. You like that person. So it was almost like...
And then you shoot them in the back? Or...
Nah, not me. Not me. Not me. I'm not that good, man. My Twitch gaming skills died off a few decades ago. But it was really a location where you found people that you wanted to play with. Yeah. And that you liked their style, you liked their build, you had a rapport. And that you could take outside of the Dark Zone too. So, this was 3 years ago. We launched 3 years ago. We've been listening to the community. We've been tweaking the Dark Zone, improving it, and it needed a lot of improvements. This is a live experiment. Yeah. And today, we're ready to go live with the newest version of the Dark Zone for the Division 2.
Which leads us into the Division 2. So we've already announced last week, which was a scary moment, that there will be 3 Dark Zones.
Turn it up, Black Panther, if you can't hear.
Compared to the first one. In the first one, we had this big area in the middle of the map, kind of splitting the map in 2, but now we have the 3 different Dark Zones spread around. So what was the creative idea? What was the concept behind having 3 Dark Zones in the Division 2?
You want to jump on this?
You want to jump on that?
Or do you want me to
pounce like a little rabbit on this one? There's a multitude of reasons, to be honest. I think, first of all, not dividing the map with this wedge down the middle was a thing we saw as a big benefit. So you get this massive contiguous play space of PvE only open world, with Dark Zone, east, west, and south, kind of hugging the edges, so to say. Which also means that we can make these Dark Zones be in very different areas. Like they're very contrasting environments in terms of just their visuals, but also how open they are. You will see in the footage that Dark Zone West, which is in part of DC called Georgetown, narrow streets, smaller low buildings, canal, is a very different place from the wide open grand areas around Union Station in East, right? But that also means it plays different. And could talk at length about that, but just having long open sightlines versus narrow winding streets is a very different experience and very different approach for you alone or with a group.
Right. So I think the best way we need to jump into the gameplay. We have Frederick and Astrid here in the studio and a bunch of other people in the building that will be playing live, and we're going to start out actually in Dark Zone South. But there's one other difference to be made, is to try to make the Dark Zone, they have their own narrative arc now in a different way than the Dark Zone had in the first game. So how do you build kind of the Dark Zone into the more the narrative?
So again, we're gonna break the fourth wall a little bit and talk to you about game development as well, because when you go into a project like this, there's a whole bunch of different sources and inspirations and things that you want to achieve. And fundamentally, I think it's no secret that we're both passionate about design and gameplay and structure. But, narrative and the context and the world is so important. It is that decision that you're going to take to jump into these locations or not. So the Dark Zone, conceptually, is a place, a forbidden place. It's pushing open those gates and going into this location that is unknown, that feels dangerous, that feels like you're stepping into a forbidden zone. And we wanted to keep that. But we also wanted to lean into what Matthias was saying, which was these unique architectural and city-wise structural differences that we have.
I got to mute them for a second. Enforcer, I definitely do agree with you, and they need to talk about that. But one thing, has anybody seen the grenade launcher in any of these YouTube videos of the people that went to go play it, went to go play the game early? Has anybody seen the grenade launcher? Please let me know. I still haven't seen it.
Area in Dark Zone South, next to the wharf, the coastline of the river. What sort of stories could we tell that match the architecture that we're featuring? Lots of interiors, these big government buildings. If you've ever walked around DC, this is a city that is built to exude the power of government, to tell you, okay, this is a place of power. And there's nowhere that states that clearer than Dark Zone South.
Right.
And then in the West, this is Georgetown. Georgetown, if you've ever seen pictures, is possibly, apart from the nature biomes that we have, the nature environments that we have, it's possibly the most different location in any Division game. Go ahead, please. Cut me off. Do you know who I am? Jeez.
Oh, I'm not supposed to bump the table.
No, but
typical.
You're crossing all the lines, man.
Community.
So
people.
As I was saying, it's if I'm talking too much, just tell me.
No. I just wanted to point out to people that we will be actually showing gameplay from Georgetown later on, so you'll actually get to see what Julian's talking about.
Perfect.
That's what I was.
And
gonna say.
that's pretty much the first time we show that, apart from the mixer stream.
Exactly.
Things like that. But Georgetown, much lower buildings. You know, it's almost European feel. Very different buildings, so every building feels very different. Tight corners, canals. It has a very European feel to it. So imagine a dark zone covered in this mysterious yellow powder, DC62, and exploring that. And narrative is super important. And we know that we have a type of player like me who is a little bit intimidated by the dark zone.
I'm just a tiny bit intimidated by that.
Tiny bit intimidated. But there are stories, there's gameplay, there's landmarks, there's things to discover lore-wise, collectible-wise, and we have introduction missions where we're going to send you into each of the dark zones sequentially. You know, you hit a level cap, you get an introduction mission. They're not mandatory. You don't have to do it if you don't want to do it.
I know they showed it in the trailer, but I want to see actual gameplay of it.
Introduction missions introduce you to what created those dark zones, what makes them unique, what makes them stand out. I could tell you the stories, but I want to keep that for players to discover as well.
Yeah, but and they're also a great introduction to kind of the key ingredients: extraction, you know, acquiring gear that you need to get out of the dark zone through extraction. So it's a nice soft, you know, ramp up to going in to a dark zone that is then populated by other players. I'm trying to say.
Yeah. That's the thing.
So,
sorry.
No.
Please,
Julian, after
please,
you. After you.
No, please.
After you. I was just going to say, we from the gameplay that we're showing right now, we're not doing the introductory missions. We just jumped straight into Dark Zone South.
Okay.
And now, Julian, go on.
No, I was going to say, I got so carried away because really what I love, I don't particularly love being on camera and doing streams and stuff like that, but what I do love...
You make it look so good.
Thank you. Note that down for his performance review. No, but what I do love is talking passionately about the game. And here, I forgot completely to say that it was an atypical PvP, PvE, PvP space, which, you know, we're assuming people know, but not everybody knows that. So that's where the intimidation comes too. It's not only that there are enemies that are super tough in the dark zone, it's also other players. And for me, the most intimidating part has always been other.
Y'all keep making me muted, and that's not what I want to do. You said you haven't heard anything about them fixing lag issues. That's why they say they don't want to split the map in between, but having 3 dark zones, smaller dark zones with only 12 people is going to fix the lag issues. Instead of having 24 people in one server, you only have 12 people in that server. So that will fix lag issues in the dark zone.
That intensity into the dark zone, which is, you know, a fair space of the map when you think about it. So dedicating all of that space only to, you know, the most hardcore of the hardcore wasn't exactly what we wanted to do. But we have something for them too.
We have something for them as well. Let's take a look at the gameplay here, because for the loop that you were talking about, so there's been changes made to the rogue mechanics. We just maybe say that the rogue kind of concept has expanded a little bit in the Division 2. So I'm not sure where you are now, but if you could go rogue at some point, and we're going to talk a little bit about that.
It looks that we're looking at this quite tiny screen.
They are actually on the rogue loop already. They have gone rogue. They've started to do the rogue activities. We're seeing a terminal here. So tell us a little about the new rogue. What are they actually doing?
Well, right here, what you saw there, that they were interacting with a shade terminal in the dark zone. But it needs a little bit of setup. So first of all, for people who don't know at all, rogue was, you know, getting a skull above your head. This is in the original, you know, when we released the Division 1, saying this player has killed another player, and it's now, you know, fair game to take this player out without consequence. But that player stands to lose a lot potentially, right? So, of course, that is still in the Division 2, where you can choose to go rogue, take another player, and then keep escalating that all the way up to triggering a manhunt. And we wanted to extend that experience towards something a little less intimidating maybe than than engaging with another player in full-on PvP, where things like opportunism, greed,
selfishness.
Yeah, you could say even selfishness can also be, the entry point into the rogue loop.
Guys, pay attention. This is how you get the shock ammo and a fire ammo.
Fire supplied up for yourself instead of sharing it. Will flag your rogue and set you on into this little journey, which is what they're doing here, I think. Yes.
Yes, they've actually already gone through the whole thing. They've unlocked the Thieves' Den, which we'll touch upon in a couple of minutes. But
right, so
as we said, anything can happen. So they've been playing and we've been talking. So
For sure.
But yeah, so in the middle of the rogue loop, they're doing these. They're grabbing the terminals, grabbing chests.
Yes. So from here on, of course, they can continue to escalate this into actually killing other players and enter that experience. But it's also what this does is that it enables players who maybe want to completely try to avoid engagement with other players to have a full loop. So once you enter this state, they're going to these terminals and they're basically triangulating the location of a number of hidden, we call Thieves' Dens. It's almost like a rogue safe house that you will be able to then get to if you manage to survive. For some reward, there's going to be a vendor in there selling some unique stuff. And it also marks the end of that loop. So,
and
I think they're actually in the Thieves' Den.
And this Thieves' Den is very different from the Shade safe house that's also located in the Dark Zone. So
you can find these in sewers. You can find them in
different entry points. It's always going to be a surprise because you have to triangulate their location. So we don't want everybody sort of aiming for the same location every time. So there's a randomization there. So we're using different locations within the map. Manhole covers, for example, entryways, doors, as potentially the entrance into the Thieves' Den.
And also exiting, like little tricks to make sure that, okay, but you might think that like what stops other players from just waiting outside the door. On exit, you will emerge somewhere else.
Yeah. So one of the things we didn't talk about, and I know that people are curious about, the VoIP rules. So we're getting a lot of questions on those. But what I would love is for you to ask the Red Storm team about that so it clears it up for everybody.
Yeah, there's been a whole bunch of questions exactly what we're doing with VoIP. So
and
we're going to bug Red Storm about it.
And it's complex. But the idea there is that we want to reduce the toxicity. Again, it's this single-minded nature of trying to make the Dark Zone a fairer, more fun place to be in, despite, the added intensity of being in a location where anything can happen. It's a PvP-enabled space. But we're also going to normalize the regular Dark Zones. And again, normalization, don't be scared of it. Red Storm's going to jump in and explain exactly what they have in mind. Your build still matters. Your build choices still matter. What you're using, your equipment, your gear still matters. It just levels the playing field for everybody. So it makes it more skill focused than anything else. Still not a good idea for me to engage in PvP, but it creates that level playing field.
But actually, that brings up a good question compared to, or also related to kind of what they're doing right now. We're talking about being scared of going into the Dark Zone. I mean, our viewers have been making fun of me for a long time for mainly doing PvE because I'm scared. What does this bring for a PvE player? Because I felt that the first time I played this build and I was running around doing these rogue actions, and I knew there were other employees out there hunting for it. I felt as a PvE player, this is something that I want to do. This is something that I want to experience. I can see myself going into the Dark Zone much more now than I could in the first game because I'm scared. And
do you want to jump in on that?
Sure. It's I mean, like any well-crafted experience, there's this tapestry of features and rule set and design decision that create that result, right? So I think there are many things contributing to why it's a more PvE-only friendly experience. One of them being what I just described with that rogue loop, where you can get the thrill of other players being present, almost seeing them like the ultimate enemies of the Dark Zone, but you don't have to engage with them. to get that enjoyment. And other things like uncontaminated loot, which I think is a very important ingredient. Yeah, where really I would say the most distilled moment of tension and excitement in the Dark Zone is when you found something that you really want, and you have to extract it. Shooting that flare, you're visible to everyone. People know there's an extraction going on. I have to be in this place for this amount of time to successfully get my stuff. We don't want to screw with that. So that's of course still in the game. I'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're heading to an extraction or what's actually going on. They're not.
They're not.
So far, live gameplay.
I'm sure we'll see it in a bit. But what we've done is that we've added loot into the Dark Zone that goes direct to inventory. And this is also to make it a slightly more predictably rewarding experience for the time that you invest. But it also means that you don't necessarily have to expose yourself through an extraction, which is very exposing, right, to other players. Yeah. But the contaminated loot, however,
I was about to say the flip side of having access to non-contaminated loot is that the contaminated loot that you get, we're going to strive to make that even more relevant to you.
Right.
So behind the scenes, what we do is that yellow bag, once you get one, you don't know what's in there. You have to extract it to know what it's going to be. And we can predictably roll behind the scenes something that's going to be more useful for you. So that's a huge deal. So that means that when you see a yellow bag, when you see some piece of contaminated loot, that's going to be worth extracting. So that creates that, real desire to, okay, this is going to be predictably better than anything else.
Right. But I can still feel, because that's a fear now going in. I only have my contaminated loot, but now I always get rewarded anyway, in a sense.
Yeah,
as long as
they're actually playing on PC, and the angle
your time is always going to be rewarded. You're always going to get a non-contaminated loot for playing in the DZ.
All right, so I'm being told we're actually going to jump over to Dark Zone West any minute, but first we're going to just take a short break. We're going to run the Dark Zone trailer for you while we set up Dark Zone West.
So we're not taking a break. We're showing a trailer.
We're showing a trailer.
When we come back.
We're taking a break.
All
Julian gets to take a break.
All right. Thank you.
And we'll be back very, very soon.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that most of you have already seen this trailer, so I'm going to take this time to talk real quick. Daryus, I'm going to need them build vids when it's dropped. You already know. I got y'all. Let me ask y'all this. Would y'all want build videos before level 30? I actually wouldn't. I don't think build videos before level 30 are necessary, right? They're just showing a trailer right now, by the way. Exactly, man. I'm waiting on the same thing. But like, are build videos before level 30, will they even be necessary? Like, I could do one like every 10 levels. Like, I could do one level 10 and then do one in level 20. Or I could do one in every Dark Zone bracket. I could do a build video. No, that's done before level 30. They trying to take out combat loot and trying to slow us down. No. Hold up. Ooh, I need to clip that. I gotta clip that. Hold up. I saw a perk. Hold up, Chad. I saw a perk that I haven't seen. Or weapon talent. This is why I watch on Twitch and not YouTube. 30 and up. Guys, look at this. Oh, let me make sure they're not ready yet. All right, they still showing the trailer. It's Sokolov Concern. If you got 3 of this brand set on, critical hit chance, SMG damage, and critical hit damage. If you have 3 of those on, right? And then guess what? This is a mask, right? This is a mask. This mask gives you another 2.5 critical hit chance. And it gives you more health and it gives you a cooldown reduction. Also, hold on, there was a gun. Critical strike range. Hold on, didn't this have a perk on it? Yeah, Alice. Deal increased damage to enemies affected by blind. Oh, come. Guys, the Firefly has a blind thing on it. And it can flash you, the Firefly. So they could throw their Firefly up, right? If that Firefly hits you, it blinds you. If somebody has Alice on, they're gonna do more damage to you, and you can't see. In Allegro, rate of fire increased by what? This thing already shoots 1.3K rounds per minute. You can get Allegro on this thing. It's 1.3 plus 570. That is 1.8. Let me see if they're ready yet. They're not ready yet. They still showing the trailer. That is 1.8. But you lose damage though. You're losing damage somewhere and you're losing mag size somewhere. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see all right, that's it. That's all I got from that. I already know what I want. Sokolov concerns. So you want 3 Sokolov concerns on Mascad Restorative 2? Alright.
Sticking around. We've now done our little game development magic in the background, moved everybody from Dark Zone South to Dark Zone West. We're going to jump into that real quick. I just want to point out as well that after we were done here, after we talked to you guys and we called up Red Storm, then we're going to do some live gameplay for another hour. So stick around. Me and Hamish are going to be playing some Dark Zone and PvP.
Fantastic.
So
where about?
Huh?
Which Dark Zone?
I do not know yet.
Okay.
One of the Dark Zones to be decided. Speaking of, we talked about going rogue now, and as you said in the first game, kind of going rogue entails everything. It entails cutting the rope, for example, and it entails killing other players. And of course, as implied by our discussions, that's still something you can do in the Dark Zone,
Of course.
or the Dark Zones, obviously. So how does that work in the Division 2? Like you go rogue, you steal stuff, and then you go disavowed.
Yeah, so I think I just want to make it really clear that these are not, don't think about this as different, disconnected experiences.
No.
It's really about one long
A
gradient
spectrum,
where you chose where to come in and how far to go. So we already covered the greed stealing part of going rogue, but disavowed is what we call the act of actually killing another player now. So that's when you get flagged in a different.
Listen up, people. We ain't calling it rogue or disavowed. We calling it white rogue, red rogue, manhunt. That's it. White rogue, red rogue, manhunt. That's it, baby.
I don't mind either way. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, but and then of course that is, if you want to, the beginning of a journey all the way up to triggering manhunt,
Right.
Where Golden Skull, that's not going to time out, right? So this very similar to the first game. Clearing manhunt status is a matter of going to these terminals, right? But what we added now in Division 2 is the ability to, once you get to one, because you're going to have 3 active, choose to elevate your status even further, reducing your way out, so to say, to now 2. And then you can do that again and have 1 left, which is really about giving players more tools who like that experience to kind of tailor it to how much risk reward do I want? How much do I think we can handle? Or alone too, if you're so inclined.
Manhunts are
And
going
what we're seeing here, I mean, we're just by a canal. One of the canals of the Dark Zone, and you'll notice that Georgetown, Dark Zone West, is the location where, and I'm not giving away too much, but this is where the DC62, the yellow powder, was sprayed to try and contain the virus, to try and neutralize the effects of the virus. Didn't work out. Within the context of what was happening at the time, it turned out that this was ultra toxic. So you're going in, this is a dangerous place. There's lots and lots of stuff. It's absolutely gorgeous. There are so many things to discover here. And as you can see, it looks so different from the rest of the map.
This is such a serene scene as well until you start looking at the details. That's when it can agree.
Yeah. The bodies in the water, that type of thing. But we're not here to do sightseeing.
We're not here to talk about that.
I mean, if you can go manhunt, that'd be great, because it is a loop that is super risk reward focused, and we do know that a lot of players love that loop. So this allows them to keep chaining those timers and to get as much from it as possible.
Sorry?
No.
I thought you were going to say something.
Just so polite.
Excuse me.
Connected though to the Dark Zone experience and the Dark Zone progression are new. Speaking of risk reward, and gaining something that you might actually lose later on, the Dark Zone perks.
Yep. Now the Dark Zone perks, something that I think is awesome, and you're going to get perks based on your levels, which is what we're calling ranks for the Division 2. And we have 50 levels. Straight away, you're going to get some great perks. I think it's level 1, you get to carry 1 extra item for extraction. But then it goes to things that are so cool, like lowering the extraction timer. So these things, you're not going to want to lose these perks. So you're going to want to defend your Dark Zone level as much as possible. So again, it's little things like this that increase the depth of what we're proposing to all types of players in the Dark Zone. And that extends to one of the things that I know that Terry is so passionate about, which are the occupied Dark Zones.
Right.
Matthias, do you want to take us through what occupied Dark Zones are?
And we're gonna wrap everything up because we're kind of running out of time because we're really good at talking.
All right.
But we're gonna tease because there is something for you were talking about the people who really enjoys the manhunt loops. There usually are very hardcore players.
Yeah.
We do have something special planned for them as well.
Yeah, and it's really, the dev team.
Yeah, they just said they're going to PvP for a whole hour. And also, they're not the only group that's in this Dark Zone. They keep showing the map, and they're showing that other landmarks are getting attacked at the same time. Unless that's the landmark that they are at. But it didn't look like it when they went to the map. Somebody else is in this Dark Zone with them.
So, any given time in endgame, one of them will be what we call occupied. And what that means is really that there's always going to be a place for players to go and have that original experience, meaning no normalization, friendly fire is always on, and risk reward is really turned to 11. So it's the place, if you like that experience of complete ambiguity, but also it's not just my player skill alone, it's really also my build versus yours. That's the place to go. And the cool thing with 3 is that this will rotate on a certain schedule. So it's not like, oh, if I want to play occupied, I'm stuck with playing only South, for example. Like it will change so that you really get to experience all 3, no matter what is your primary preference.
Looking forward to it. Yeah. And for me personally, staying the hell out of that.
Yeah,
that's just me. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
It's been fantastic. We could obviously talk about the Dark Zone for a long time, but we need to cut it. I think our producers back there are going crazy from our talking. Yeah. So we're going to leave it there. But again, thank you very much. I hope to see you guys back on State of the Game. That is coming back. State of the Game is coming back. Don't worry about it. And I'll drag these guys in.
Cool.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
So we're gonna take we're not actually going to take a break. So during the alpha, we had an alpha forum for the players who were playing that under NDA and everything, as you probably know. But we took the opportunity to start a thread there where people could ask questions about things like server infrastructure and anti-cheat. So we put together a short video with a couple of those questions. So take a look at that, and then after that, we will be back with Redstorm to talk about PvP. So we will see you then.
Hi, my name is Jan Harrison. I'm a senior online infrastructure engineer with the division, and I do backend and infrastructure.
Hi, my name is Duran Fatih Güngör, and I work as a senior gameplay programmer on the Division 2.
This what we want. Anti-cheating servers. Come on. Please don't make regional language lock.
Okay, well, we didn't intend to, but we definitely won't.
So easy anti-cheat is basically our first line of defense, I would say, and it prevents the player from tampering with memory or the executable or the data itself. We moved on, and now it's more of an online cheat detection tool so that we can act on it instantly.
So I wouldn't say we rely on the cloud. We use the cloud to bolster what we already have. So we work with a hardware provider who gives us physical machines, very powerful physical machines. And then on top of that, we add the scalability of the cloud. So we try and get best of both worlds. So you get the really good performance of the bare metal, but you also get the expandability of the cloud.
My guy's beard is amazing, is it not?
Yes, it's always been proactive. We had the banhammers every week, and we have the offline data and the analyzers that give the reports who used what cheat tools. And we've been without mercy, and coupled with our new cheat measures, it should be a much more fair ground.
So because of our scalable infrastructure, hopefully that would not happen. We have enough capacity in each region to be able to accommodate like almost the entire player base of Division 2 that we expect. But if you have a friend who is in US West and you're in Asia, then obviously one of you is going to have to make a compromise, and we would decide that for you.
We're gonna be transparent with the tick rates when the game releases, and right now we are testing on target hardware for the servers, so we are figuring things out. There can be like slight changes. We have done a lot of optimizations on the server side as well to support all the player simulation and everything around it. So we're gonna communicate that.
So it's going to be dedicated server infrastructure. Everyone will connect to a server, and the server will handle a lot of things, especially artificial intelligence and positioning in the game. It's the server that's authoritative.
Running in place bug. It's gonna be bugs, man.
We have addressed a lot of the player replication issues from the first game, the infamous chicken dance and the running in place bug. And this is all thanks to all the improvements and fixes that we did in the locomotion system and new animations and new animation systems.
I'm gonna touch on the chicken dance and strafing in just a bit and explain to you why it's still gonna be there.
We're planning on having coverage in South America, North America, Europe, Asia,
Australia,
Oceania, around 13 data center locations in total.
You can instead donate to charity, because if you use cheat tools, you're gonna be banned for sure.
Welcome back to the special report for Dark Zones and PvP. I'm supposed to have the guys from Redstorm in my ear. Are they? Hello.
Let me touch on Chicken Dance real quick. Strafing will still be in the Division 2. They don't know what strafing is. Maybe they can stop it on console, but they can't stop it on PC. And it's in their game design is the reason they can't stop it. I don't think they know. They think that strafing is just running from side to side. Maybe it is like that on console, on Xbox and PS4. But on PC, you're not just running from side to side. There is actual something that you gotta. I'll show you guys. I'll show you.
All right, my name's Terry Spear. I'm the creative director here at Redstorm.
And I'm Keith Evans. I'm the lead game designer here at Redstorm.
So we were talking briefly before with Julian and Matthias about your involvement in the Dark Zone and PvP, which is extensive. So can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing on the game itself?
Sure. As the creative director, I helped assign the vision. I work with Julian and Matthias and the other directors to make sure it all goes into a place that we're comfortable with.
Yeah, and I work with our game design team here and the level designers and just kind of getting all the details of what's going to go into the new game and then working hand in hand with Massive.
I really love how I have you guys on the screen here. Can we just
I know.
Can we just take a second to just appreciate the fact that we have you on the wall?
Woo! I wish we were there with
you. Have no idea. You have no idea how much time Ella and Hamish put into making that work. So anyway, I just want to give them some cred here on the stream.
It's like we can almost hug you.
They can almost. Yeah, that'd be really nice. Terry hugs are nice. Anyway, let's move on. So you guys have been very, very involved, of course, with the PvP in the Division 1 as well. But when you sat down for the first time and kind of, okay, what's our philosophy? What's our goals moving for PvP in the Division 2? What was your first thoughts?
Good question. The first thought was fairness. I'd say that probably the second thought that came out right after that was inclusion. We want more people to play PvP in the Division 2.
Yeah, I think we made a lot of strides, throughout post-launch in the first game, taking a lot of those learnings and really pushing fairness and a place for everyone to PvP.
So we're actually going to jump in. We're going to have we have live gameplay running in the background here, actually. We're going to see if we can jump in and just put that on screen while people are shooting each other in the face.
About to expire.
They have a problem. They'll fix it. We'll just keep talking. So fairness, that's another topic that we discussed with Julian and Matthias before. And one big thing there, one of the pillars is normalization. So we had it, or we have it in the first game, in Last Stand, and in the Skirmish PvP modes. But what is exactly normalization, and how do you approach it in the Division 2?
Yeah, that's a big topic.
Yeah.
Normalization was it was very important for us with fairness and inclusion as two of the big pillars for PvP, and it was something we knew we needed to include because although we are an RPG, we also want players to be able to participate in gun battles, that they feel are fair. And when you have a game with such stat diversity like we do, it was sort of a
it's a
no-brainer.
It's a super important layer. But I think what you pointed out, right? We had the concept of normalization in the first game, but that's the key thing. Is normalization is just an idea, and you can apply it in all sorts of different ways. So we've completely redone our normalization system from the first game to work with all the improvements to the RPG that are in the Division 2.
Yep. Let's not go deeper into that at the moment, but we can say that it applies to everything. It applies not only to the organized PvP modes, but it also outside of the occupied dark zones applied to the dark zone as well.
And that was super cool for us to be able to have the occupied dark zones, a place where we can say, in contrast to the normal dark zones and organized PvP, okay, here you go. You have your full statistical advantage that you've spent a lot of time working on. Go have fun together. Go play with each other. Shoot each other.
Yeah, and then that core idea of normalization this time is, we're not just pushing everyone to the exact same power level. We're taking your build and making it still really matter, but we're kind of getting rid of those really high peaks of damage output and those really high sustainability builds and pulling everyone a little bit more in focus.
I think it's important to note too that, I mean, there are a lot of details to this normalization plan that we haven't discussed yet, but just imagine that if we're setting a bar for normalization, if you're under that bar, we help you move up to the bar. And if you're over that bar, players that are over that normalization standards position, you're going to receive some statistical bonuses for being over. And they're not huge advantages, but they are in fact advantages.
And they make your time and your build and your choices still matter, right? Still be felt.
Yeah. And I think one thing I think you should talk about, Keith, is the fact that this normalization allows us to
look at that aim. What are you talking about?
Separate. Yeah, I think that's one of the core things. Is normalization isn't just changing the stats blanketly on your gear. It's going in and doing talent overrides just for normalized play, or skill adjustments just for normalized play, with the idea of keeping PvP in balance but never affecting the PvE game. We want to give you all that power in PvE.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, so I'm sorry, we're having, this live gameplay thing I talked about before. One of the computers crashed. But they're bringing it back. They're bringing it back. LS, kind of calm down. Everything is okay.
Thanks, Obama.
You guys are still there, so I'm happy with that. So one thing that I'm kind of bringing in like topics that we talked about before, which we thought we should talk to Redstorm about these things, and one of them is the VoIP questions people have been having, because they announced that last week. We were discussing the changes being made to VoIP, and can you just explain a little bit what we're doing in that field? The thing is that I realized I have this on the table just now.
Tape?
So it's tape, yeah. So I got all confused. You go on.
So for VoIP, actually, we're very engaged in the conversation right now. We know there's an active discussion in the community. We're paying attention to all those conversations. It's wonderful, in fact, to be able to have the conversations now. We'd like people to play it in the beta and what we have in place, and really get their hands on it and feel it. And then once that happens, we're very open to making changes and adjustments so the community is happy. The point is, okay, how can we help curb some of that toxicity that we had in the original game?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a mute
like what
button.
You said before. It's about
just mute
the inclusiveness of the experience and getting more people to come in, giving you all the tools of the last game, and stripping out some of the toxicity.
Yeah, we're very aware that there's a lot of great relationships that happen in the Dark Zone, especially that ad hoc stuff. You didn't expect to meet a person, and then you had some great teamwork. We don't want to take that away at all. That's part of the very unique nature of the Dark Zone that all of us identify as very important. Yeah. But we also want to try and steer our players away from the feeling that it's a bully community, and how can we help people feel more comfortable, without taking away some of the magic. So it's an iterative process. Like always, we're going to pay attention to how the community feels and how we feel, and move from there.
Right. So I see the gameplay computer from here. It's up and running. Frederick is back in the match, I believe. I just want to point out that I got a weird echo there. The organized PvP modes in the Division 2 are 4 versus 4. I don't think we have everyone in the match. So if you don't see all the names there, that's because technical reasons. So, but it's 4v4.
Flat TV, baby.
That's right.
Let's talk though about the two different modes that the game is launching with. It's skirmish, we know, slightly from the first game, and of course domination. But let's talk about skirmish first. It's a classic making its return, but there's been tweaks to the formula.
Yeah, absolutely. There have been. I think maybe skirmish by name is about the only thing we took. The design team and Keith worked hard to sort of reimagine what skirmish was.
Yeah, and there were a couple goals that we had in mind, right? And the main one is we wanted to make it a more team-based tactical experience, but still obviously at its core, team deathmatch. So this time, instead of just trying to rack up kills as fast as possible, you have a set number of respawns, and you're trying to deplete the other team's respawns. And just that little mental shift makes you hang back, fight more as a team, makes you care more about each death. And it allowed us to do something that I think is really exciting, which is once the respawns are depleted, it kicks you into a team elimination phase. And it has this feeling of you're never completely out of the fight, right? You might be all the way down into the elimination phase. It's just you and one buddy. And, you know, if you can stage a comeback from that point and deplete all the other team's respawns, get those final eliminations and still win. It just feels a lot more like we have exciting comebacks and really tactical team-based play.
Yeah, you're not just moving towards a frag count.
Yeah.
And we put a lot of work into the spectator cam. The team crushed it, and there's a real fun element to getting into that sort of elimination mode where you get to watch your teammates and see them really shine.
And see them rally.
Yeah.
Yep.
One thing we actually had in Last Stand, for example, in the first games are the boosts that are available to you scattered throughout the map. Can you tell us a little bit about those and how they work?
Yeah, go for it, Keith.
Yeah, so the idea is across the whole conflict, which is kind of the platform for these PvP game modes, we want to have some connecting ideas, and one of those are the boosts. So in all these modes, you'll have these passive perks that can come online that you can go claim as an objective for your team, and you don't know exactly what you're going to get out of it, but it's going to give you some little advantage. In Domination, it might increase your score count. In Team Deathmatch, it might give you extra armor for a little bit across your whole team. And it's just these little ways to augment the fight and make it, honestly, just kind of ups the excitement level. You can be, you know, maybe behind by a little bit, get one of these boosts and pull yourself back into the fight.
They're tertiary objectives. It's meant to just supplement the main gameplay loops that are happening, but they're on the sides. You know, you might have an active boost, you can pick it up and help your team.
So we're actually jumping over right now to the second organized PvP mode that will be available at launch of the Division 2, Domination. So can you tell us a little bit about that as we get the match up and running?
You bet. Dom. I mean, I personally love Domination.
Is that what we call it, Dom?
Well, I mean, come on.
I'm just making sure I'm down with the lingo.
Yeah, you're down with the lingo. The goal with Conflict as a PvP destination was to give players modes that they're very comfortable with, modes that, you know, don't take a lot of overhead understanding.
Yeah.
And Dom, as a, you know, a game mode where you have to capture objectives, creates that just little nugget of tactics. You know, you get to play some defense, and it was something we all wanted to include.
Yeah, and I think it was also a mode that we could do a cool Division take on, right? So our capture points aren't just there in the match. You actually, you know, see them airdrop into the space at the very beginning. You have this little period where the objectives aren't active. Maybe you fight over B for just, you know, 15, 20 seconds and try to clear out the other team.
Sorry, I saw Terry was
Terry is
there's too much
so
liquid in that mug, Terry. It's dangerous for you, obviously.
Went the wrong spot. I was trying to get him to mute my mic so I didn't cough in everyone's ear.
All right, then I'll try to ask Keith instead.
Yeah.
So one thing we really didn't touch on before is one big endgame feature in the Division 2, of course, being the specializations and how they come into play in PvP. So, for example, how you get specialization ammo, etc. For
definitely drinking.
So the specializations are obviously it's a huge new part of the whole PvP or RPG progression that comes in at endgame. And we know they're super powerful. They're meant to be really powerful. And we didn't want to take those away from you in PvP. We want to give you moments to use them. But we've changed the way that you get that special ammo and made it kind of a real tactical component that's integrated straight into the Conflict game mode.
We didn't want people just to come in with their specs and just crush. We didn't want PvP to be just about, okay, what's the best specialization weapon? I'm just going to use that the whole time.
Yeah. So you'll start the match. You'll have your specialization weapon on your back once you're at level 30. You can even see what specializations are equipped on the opposing team and on your team up at the top of the screen. So you can kind of plan what might happen in the battle. But you're only going to get that specialization ammo a few key times in the match. And it will actually airdrop in like a supply drop from the Dark Zone. And both teams can fight over control of that. The winning team gets a little bit of specialization ammo for their whole squad. But the really interesting part is if you can get in there and wipe out the other team, they drop any specialization ammo they had, and your team can try to take it back, kind of swing the fight.
One thing you also had the opportunity to do when you sat down and started working on the PvP for the second game was, if we look at the first game, if we look at Skirmish, those maps are actually taken from parts of the world. But here you had a chance to start from scratch. You were able to build custom map from the ground up.
Yeah, the PvP experience as a starting pillar, you know, included from the get-go. How do you make the best PvP experience? Well, it starts with the maps. And we knew that this was the perfect time for us to get the LDs and the LAs and the level designers and the level artists in there and make real PvP maps for the first time in the division.
Yeah, there's no nothing here where you're kind of serving two very different types of gameplay, right? So every decision that's made from the level design standpoint is all about what's going to create fair tactical PvP, and it allows us to explore some spaces that aren't inside the rest of the DC space.
Yeah, they're beautiful. We can see my favorite in the background, and just because I said that out loud, I forgot the name of it, but it's beautiful.
Capital Ruins.
Capital
Ruins.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's inspired by a real location in DC, you know, where you can go and there's, you know, pieces of the old White House that were sort of discarded in a park. I don't remember the name of the park offhand, but it's all there and it's surrounded by vegetation, and it was a perfect place for a map.
Yeah, something so distinct, you know, from the rest of the Dark Zones, other places you're going to be PvPing.
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful. So
thanks, bud.
One thing also coming from the first game is one concept that's been a big part of the discussions around the first game is time to kill. And how does that differ in because fights in the first game can get quite long. So how does that work in the second game? How did you approach that?
Well, as again a high level experience, Keith can go into some of the details, but we wanted players to be able to, I'm going to just say a term we used here, wanted players to be able to outmap each other.
Yeah.
So flanking and, you know, map tactics and team tactics, we wanted it to matter. So often, you know, it was common in the Dark Zone and in some of the later skirmish maps to, you know, successfully flank a person, and then because of the mechanics we used, maybe the kill didn't happen as you had anticipated. And now with kill times, how they're currently being set, you can absolutely get the jump on someone and get the kill.
Yeah, there's just because of like the core changes to the feel of combat across the entire Division 2 experience, there were just so many little changes that improved PvP overall. So I think gunplay feels really awesome. It has a real impact to it, and the time to kill damage is just higher in general. A lot of the just healing in general is so reworked from the first game. So there's no instant pop heals. There's no, I was almost dead, but then I popped an instant heal and I'm right back in the fight, right? Healing is always over time, and you really have to get down, get in cover to successfully pull off those kind of clutch heal moments. And it lets the fights actually resolve. And it feels really good.
Yeah, there's no doubt that PvP...
Okay, let me mute him for a second because Jason said drones seem OP. When I played it, drones were very easy to shoot down. They had really low health. I'm probably not supposed to be saying that, but I probably should have clipped that to look at those.
And it's very exciting to play. You want to talk about a rush. Every time we play test, there's always some extraordinary moments where somebody pulls off an amazing, like especially in Georgetown. Anyway, I'm sorry, going off on a tangent. It feels really good to have kill times that we do and have it be able to mix and mash with, you know, what we consider division, you know, skills and stuff like that. It feels really good.
Yeah, I don't think we would have been able to pull off really this very focused domination experience as well as we have with the first game's mechanics. I think getting in there and actually being in cover and really being scared about people encroaching your space, it just makes it feel so much better.
You know what I want to talk about real quick? Sorry, tangent. I want to talk about the domination points and the passive and active stuff.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Go. You should talk. You're smarter than me. Go.
That's not true. Yeah. So you know, the idea, you know, domination. I think everyone kind of understands how it works, and we have a lot of those tried and true mechanics, right? You get inside the zone. The more people you have inside the zone, you're going to capture faster. You can overtake the other team. But there's another component to capturing objectives in this game, which I think is really interesting. And it's this active capture. So you can, you know, rush into the middle and actually interact on the crate and you can steal it much faster and kind of overtake it from another team, and even if they were inside of it. So you can try to sneak in, or maybe you've cleared out the other team and you want to.
Yeah, I just saw that, right? Got sniped, Stagger. Stagger is in the game in PvP. You just saw it. I'm getting Anthem and the Division.
Domination point and how you want to approach it as a team. You want to sit back, take cover, go passive. You want to cover a man who's going to run in and try to actively capture it. Of course, you're exposed when you're actively capturing.
And you get these hero moments, right? Like a lot of the time it's 2 teams of 4 clashing on B, and your whole team gets wiped out. You get the final kill and you have 5 seconds before the other team is going to start edging back in on you.
Yeah.
And you're talking over comms and you get that capture and it feels awesome.
Yeah, that's another thing. You're talking about respawns. Something we've changed from the first game is
you're just taking points from my list here now, Terry.
Sorry, buddy.
No. Let's pretend I asked that question. Let's talk about respawns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go. Wave spawning, go.
Well, just wave spawning in general, we've done a lot of things to the spawn system to try to improve it from the first game. You'll notice the wave spawn makes it, you'll die and you might have 10, 15 seconds to wait until that next spawn wave comes in, but it lets your group kind of group back up, all come back in together, do a really focused push back into the match. And then we've also done a lot of stuff to, alleviate spawn camping and try to just make it a better overall PvP experience. So all the maps have spawn flipping integrated. So if a team pushes too far into your spawn area, or there's too many kills inside the spawn area, that'll flip. And it kind of just keeps the matches more balanced, gets rid of these really runaway, 10-2 sort of matches.
Yep.
And speaking of keeping those fights that way, it's no secret that I'm absolutely rubbish at PvP. So
we literally just saw Stagger. Literally just saw it. Literally just saw it. And 2 Devs said something different. It was in there when they played it, when Marco and Lightbutter and Wiggins and all them played it. Stagger was in the game. It was in the portion that I played. Stagger was there. And one Dev said it won't be in the game at lunch. Then one Dev said it would be. But you also have gear that gives you stagger resistance. So why would they have gear that gives you stagger resistance if it's not going to be in the game? I hope it's not. Honestly, I hope they remove it, but we'll learn that during the beta if it's still in the game. Hopefully, all of it has been removed. What was that? I wish I could see what just killed him.
Yep.
All right, looking forward to actually playing as people who won't kill me in 2 seconds. But they probably will anyway.
They still might do that.
Yeah.
They still might do that.
He's better than he's saying. I've played PvP with him.
Yeah, he's
being very modest.
Yeah, you're being so modest. Better.
Yeah, I think I should change that to just being happy that we'll never have to fight you guys. Because
that's ridiculous.
It'd be over.
Ella, she's the one.
Ella?
Yeah, she's really
she's
good
the one.
PvP.
Yeah, she's the
Yeah.
one. She'll wreck us all. Wreck is the word you use, right? Okay, so
yeah, you sound cool.
Oh, thank you. I feel much better now. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for all the hard work that you guys are doing on the Dark Zone and PvP. We will have you back. We will bring you here to sit at our new fancy table and talk more about all the work you do on the Dark Zone and on PvP. It's always fantastic.
Can't wait to talk more about it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll
awesome.
Say hi to Julian and Matthias for us.
And you have the screen anytime you want it. Anytime you want it.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Later.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this special report about Dark Zones and PvP. We're not going away completely. We will have 3-minute break, I believe. And then 5-minute break, I'm being told now. And then me and Hamish are going to jump in front of the computers, mess around a little bit in the Dark Zone, maybe try out some PvP. We'll see. And it'll be fun. It'll be awesome. I have a note here somewhere. I really want to, first of all, I want to thank Julia and Matthias, Keith and Terry for joining us here today to talk about the things that they are working on for the second game. But I also want to do a quick shout out to Frederick and Astrid, who are in this room, but also to Bruce, Kim, Jacob, Nikki, Karen, and Rasmus, who are in the building somewhere. playing with us as well. So thank you very much for joining us today and helping out and setting the stream up. So thank you all for tuning in. We will be back in a couple of minutes with some more gameplay, and can't wait to see what the future brings. I will see you soon. Bye.
Okay, so they said 5 minutes, then Hamish, and he will be going into the dark zone, and hopefully we can see a couple of manhunts, right? I don't know if that's gonna happen because they're gonna be playing against people that's in their office that's probably much better than they are, but hopefully they can. I'm getting Anthem, and I'm buying the Division 2. These people be doing some cringe type stuff. You're right. I can't even. You said it's right because shotgunners and PvP, that's where the effect is coming from. PvP won't be in the game for PvP. I hope it won't be in either, but one dev said it was, and one dev said it wouldn't be. But it was there in the alpha. And that's all I'm gonna say. I don't know how much of this is still under NDA, but I can tell you right now, stagger is something we do not want in PvP. I remember when explosives bullets had, y'all remember explosives bullets in the Division 1? And it had stagger on it. So you'll be shooting somebody doing crazy damage already with the explosive bullets. And then they would stagger also. I'm gonna go get me some graham crackers real quick. I'll be right back. What about some PvE story info bosses or some other things? They already did that, I think. They already did stuff like that, right? They turned the sound all the way off. I wanted to hear like the regular music. What's the box back there about? What box? That's a more of a crate, but oh, you talking about this PlayStation box right here? That's a PS4 box. That box. It's doing nothing. It's just sitting back there. I play on PC. And my Xbox box on the other side. It's over this side. So both my PS4 and my Xbox is behind me. Oh, there it goes. I'm gonna turn it down anyway though. Okay, so he said, what about some PvE story info bosses or some other things? Thanks for the stream, my bro. Good looking. I ain't trying to watch them bums play, but I know 100% we don't want it. I wish Matt was still there, man. Matt played on Xbox though, but Matt was good in PvP. I've never seen Terry play, so I don't know how good he is, but I'll tell you this. The Dark Zone, the like PvE, oh, you said story bosses. I don't know much about, they're not gonna tell us about story bosses. We'll have to play and figure out who the story bosses are. They're not gonna tell us who they are. They don't want to spoil that. But if you mean like where you can farm into like the PvE area, don't worry, you're good. It's just like the Dark Zone. You saw in the E3 trailer when they went to that, what do you call it? Like the stronghold type thing. It's just like a landmark in the dark zone. But you have these strongholds outside the dark zone that you can keep going to and killing stuff, and you can farm it that way. It's gonna be. You don't have to go into the dark zone if you want. Like, I don't get, like, they did something that was really, really not smart in my opinion. Like right now, if I want to farm outside of the dark zone, right? Either I can do these story missions over and over. They're so boring to do. Like, I don't know how many times I've did Lexington Event Center. I don't know how many times I've killed Lorraine Barry. She's probably the most killed boss in video game history, probably. But anyways, and then in the light zone, you can go around and do and kill the bosses just like you can in the dark zone, right? But they only spawn every 4 hours. Like, what? They should have made them respawn just like they do in the dark zone. I don't get that. I don't know why they didn't just make them respawn just like the landmarks do in the dark zone. That really didn't make sense to me. They spawn in every 4, so you gotta wait 4 hours. And if you don't want to do that, you have to go do. Then what are you gonna do in those 4 hours? You're gonna go do Lexington Event Center or Amherst apartment for 4 hours? No, like that has been changed in the Division 2, which I'm glad of. But hopefully there would be a full variety of guns to have for competition instead of the whole community just using 1 or 2 like the House of Lova. I can already tell you, King Jacobs, any shooting game, every shooting game, there's always 1 or 2 guns that's better than everything else. I know what you're talking about, but we're going to ignore that one. We're going to ignore that box back there. But every game, I'm going to get to you just a second, Clam 5002. But King Jacobs, like every game, it doesn't matter the game, there's always 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 weapons that are just better than every other weapon. It is what it is. Like, there's no balancing shooting games. You can go CS:GO. There may be a better sniper, better AR, best pistol, best SMG. That's just how it is. Like Call of Duty, Destiny, The Division, Battlefield, Gears, Halo. Every game, there's going to be that gun that everybody wants to use. When The Division first came out, it was the Vector and M1A. Then it moved to the AUG and the M1A. Then it moved to the shotguns and the MP7. I don't know what 1.4 was. I'm thinking 1.4 might have still been MP7. I don't know. Yeah, but it just is what it is. But I can tell you this, from playing the alpha, if it stays like the alpha, I can see three weapons being used. Hold on, let me think. Yeah, it will be 3 weapons being used if it's still like the alpha. I'm just saying, 3 weapons, which I think are the best weapons in the game when I played in the alpha. What up, Daryus? Do you know about the clan system? Yes, I do know about the clan system, but I'm pretty sure that is still under NDA and I can't talk about it. But you guys, I can't say this. Clan system is legit. Your boy gonna have a clan, you already know. And we gotta be number 1. If you in my clan and you are not contributing to us being number 1, you gotta go. Like you out. Nah, I won't kick anybody. But I probably will be the first 50 people to sponsor the channel. Get in. I don't know how else to do it fairly, right? Okay, so they playing now. They playing right now. I'll wait for them to start playing, then I'll unmute it. But yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do it like fair. I can't just say the first 50 people to join. Or I could do that and just reset it every week. Just reset the clans every week, like kick everybody like every Monday or something, then let everybody join, or do it every Friday, right? Because Friday is better. Because I don't do it on the Monday. People doing homework at night and stuff like that. Probably do it on a Friday night, right? Yeah. Are you a Panthers fan? No, I'm not. I just like the hat. Didn't see anything about alts, Papa Green, Papa Blue, or Attack. They were not in the game, and I'm glad they are not in the game. What's up, Danny Brown? What's up, homie? No, every game has a gun or guns that are easiest to use. Exactly, and that is just how shooting games work. Every game will have guns that are easier to use and are better than the other guns. It's just the way shooting games work. That's true, but there is that weapon that everyone uses that is a cheap OP weapon. Yeah, and it's gonna be the same in Division 2. Like every shooting game, there's gonna be guns that are the best. Everybody likes the Cowboys. He has his mic.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Okay, there he goes.
Just spent an hour, a little bit more playing the game for us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Frederick. That's me. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready to go? Do we have in-game audio? We have the webcams. We have everything.
Yeah, can you mute me for just a sec? Yeah.
Feels weird not to have OBS up, but that's okay. I have no idea how stupid I look right now.
All right.
I'd like to feel comfortable and feeling stupid. All right, so we're gonna try to look at the chat now.
Yeah?
Hamish is talking.
Can you hear me? All right.
Hamish looking fly as usual.
No.
Reckenbar says so, so it's true.
I'm wearing a Division 1 hat, so I don't know if that's...
I mean, that's a pretty good hat. There's actually no other players around.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
That's fine.
Take me on a tour.
I'm going to take you on a tour. I hardly find my way around here. Frederick, where should we go? You know this. Let's do a landmark.
All right.
Let's do not a... Which one should we do? Okay, let's go do the DC-62 plant. Okay, I shouldn't do that one. I'm being... That one? Oh, let's go to the Ruined Harbor. That's a great
What
idea.
did he say?
Let's go there. All right, where are we?
Why did you time him out, Carl?
So how does it feel, Hamish?
Oh, you didn't mean to do that?
Oh, man, it feels weird because I haven't played in so long. It feels really good, though, man. Like
I don't know how to untime him. That's
I was saying to someone the other day that Division has been... I know I've been here like almost to 60 years now. So like 6 years later and playing the Division 2 for the first time on stream is kind of... It's pretty cool.
It is pretty damn cool.
All right.
So this is... I'm trying to remember... Well, okay. Hello, guys. Got some True Sons up here.
Oh, wait. I wasn't paying attention to you. I'm coming.
So rude. What skills do I have?
I think.
I have the Hive. That's the wrong Hive. I pressed the wrong button. I can't play the game.
Where do you come from?
Where do you come from? Okay.
Collector, I agree with that too. Like, because right now Striker is better than Nomad, but it's harder to use. So a lot of people not using Striker, even though it's better than Nomad and Predator.
Oh, shotgun. Okay.
I need to change back.
Yeah, you do. Oh, goddamn it. And again, as we said before, this is a development build. Bugs might happen. Balance might be off, etc.
This grenade launcher is so sick. Ah! Okay, I'm in a really bad position.
That's what happened. We have an elite over here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get line of sight on him.
Hey, Carlson, come back here.
Oh, there's a guy.
Nice headshots. I got a feeling you're being sarcastic.
I got this. It's fine.
No! Oh, I thought it was you. I'm not paying attention as much as I should. I'm trying to figure out when was the last time we streamed.
I wish they would switch to Hamish's point of view so I can see this grenade launcher.
I'm super savage. Yeah?
Incoming hostiles detected.
Alright.
Alright.
We've got him now.
Whoops, where are they coming from?
Oh no, I'm taking so much damage. I'm gonna die. Oh.
Look at my sick headshots.
Hold V! No, I'm dead. Alright.
Oh, crap.
It's on you, man.
Oh no.
I am dead.
No.
Although I can select a respawn point. I believe in you, man. You got this.
Of course. I'm not used to playing with shotguns. And then, whoa. Okay, so one thing. Huh? What are you?
You have to pause the internet to pause this game. Can you?
No, I know there's no pause button. I work with the most sarcastic team. This is my life.
I believe in you.
I believe in myself.
Do you have a special weapon on 4? What you got?
Yes, I actually do have some ammo for that.
There you go. You're a crossbow, man.
But I was focusing on the fact that I was aiming instead of. There we go. Right, that felt good.
Holy shit! Look!
They won't talk in cutscenes. I don't think that would have happened. I don't think so.
Are you coming back? What are you doing?
I'm watching you. I could come back. Do you want me to come back?
Yes, please.
All right.
I could use all the help I can get.
All right, okay.
What if we had a turret like that, though?
We have a question from chat. Bring it.
I just noticed something, guys.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we're
recording it right now.
Yeah,
the time to equip and throw a grenade is longer. I just noticed that too.
Are remotes in this build?
I think so. There should be. No, I want the jumping jacks now. Jumping jacks. Then again, that could all be a conspiracy.
It's just a huge coincidence.
Jumping jacks
and
are
maybe
such an iconic emote.
Ella recorded her reaction to a question that never actually came up.
Exactly, because we knew it was going to be asked.
There you go.
Right. Okay. I was trying to say something before. Right, we streamed during E3. We streamed the game, of course, a lot. We did a lot of streaming then. But I think this is the first time.
This is definitely the first time
we're doing any streaming.
Yeah. The one thing I would say, which is I know a lot of people in chat are talking about it, like, oh, is this on PC? The graphics and things. So one of the things that we talked about before, but didn't really go into detail on, is that this is a development build. That means there are certain things turned off. One of those, for example, are you done? Right. I'm trying to say something really astute and like. and stuff. Anyway, one of the things that
I spectate you.
For example, that is turned off is like object detail is set to like 10%. What? Someone went rogue on my butt.
What?
I bet you it was Bruce.
Bruce is still here?
I don't know. Someone's still here.
Okay, I need to respawn now.
I need to get back 10%, for example. So, in reality, that won't be the way it goes, because that makes no sense. And also things like post effects, anti-aliasing are turned off in this build. It makes sense for us, especially when we have not everyone in Massive or people doing testing is running a like a 1080 Ti. It doesn't necessarily.
So He was.
What?
You,
Hang on, I
you
actually
can
got someone.
spectate like that.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Sorry.
All right, I'll be responding.
I don't know if anyone saw that because
there
there's
were-
no way for them to see that. But yes, so yes, it's a development build. What?
What happened?
Are we okay? All right, it's a development build.
Yes, you can still roll. No, you can play as you move up to 30. But you won't have your specialist weapon until you hit 30 though.
Bruce isn't around. Somebody pointed out, I'm Hawk, I think. What's that name? I'm bad at names. That I didn't use. Oh. Echo is back. Hamish can't gone.
I just wish we was watching a Beast play. Like when y'all watch me play the beta, especially now that I've moved to PC, you're gonna be like, yeah, I think where they're showing you that time to kill is fast. You guys don't even you don't even know the half. With an assault rifle, assault rifles now do health damage.
Can I talk? Oh, okay, I can talk now. I'm allowed to talk again.
Man, I'm talking about.
Felt a bit weird. There. Oh no, Wild Arms 2. If you go rogue now and kill Hamish. I should have done that.
Am I unmuted now? Yeah, okay. So again, apologies everyone. This is a work in progress. This is the first time that we've used this setup for streaming. It's by far the most ambitious.
It's actually the first time we do a dual stream on this setup, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been like running around throwing this all together. I was in Paris yesterday, so that was a really bad time to go to Paris. But works do happen. So again, so Cheeky Chim saying graphics do seem downgraded. If you're just tuning in, one of the things that I was just mentioning is that since this is a development build, a lot of those things that make the game look good are turned off. Actually, if you go into those options, can you tell me when you are not in combat?
Huh?
Are you in combat right now?
Yeah, we can't really go into those things.
All right. Anyway, what I said before, object detail is turned to basically nothing, so that's why a lot of things look really simplified and basic and all of that. We do those things for internal testing to make sure that people who are testing on things like super old GPUs and that sort of stuff can still join the test, so we get masses of people and that sort of thing. So, yes, anyway. You understand.
My favorite gun, I can't say. Because
Use our smart people. I know that you know what I'm talking about.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
My favorite gun in Division 2 hasn't been shown yet. So I can't talk about it because it was only in the alpha so far. But during the beta, everybody will have that gun on, guaranteed. Everybody will be using that gun, just like towards the end of the alpha. Everybody in the DZ was using that gun. And everybody will be using it because it is absolutely OP. You guys haven't seen it yet? Well, you have seen it, just not in a Division 2. But it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
Are you getting them?
Landmark?
I'm the best at assault rifles. I'm just saying.
It's true.
It's
Landmark has been
that's
cleared.
all I ever do.
Landmark spotted.
Okay. Where can we extract from? Oh, there's a southern extraction. Let's head over there.
Okay, let's go.
Peter, so for the people at home, do they know what... Oh, I got to pick up this contaminated loot. Do they know what kind of loadout you're running and that sort of thing?
I'm running with the crossbow. I have the healing hive, whatever that's really called, and the pulse, I believe.
Don't open the menu. I can open the menu because people can't see it.
Haha.
So.
Okay, so let's actually go rogue.
What?
Now we just went rogue. We hacked one of the terminals.
Thanks, Dad.
Let's see if we can actually make it to the thieves' den that we were talking about before. Let's see if we can reach the thieves' den.
I played the alpha. The alpha is under NDA. Can't show any gameplay.
Everyone's gone home because they technically are on overtime right now. So if we can just hopefully the server is empty. Please.
I hope so, but
I
don't trust that Bruce guy.
All right. It says rogue action 90 meters away.
So let's find more terminals to hack, perhaps a couple of chests to pick. This is super cool.
We are in Dark Zone West. So we haven't actually
amazing.
gone into this much detail on the stream, well, on any stream before, about this one. All right, I think we've got to go up this ramp.
Yeah, I'm up the ramp already.
Oh, okay.
You can see that we do have the road timer in this, so we need to find one of those terminals or something quite soon, in 23 seconds even. There's one over here.
It's a shotgun. It's a shotgun. That should give you a chance to know. The game will go through a lot of measures like Division 1 or any type of shooter PvP game that is right. Is that a gun or SMG? DMR, what's up? Yo, what's up, Assassin? It's a shotgun.
Okay, so there must be a way to get up these buildings. I'll try and hit around.
It's a shotgun, but the name has been changed. I wish I could tell you.
If someone keeps it out of your Engon hidey hole.
No, I still have many hidey holes around the building. That's kind of been my whole MO for the past few years, is how many hidey holes can I generate. This was the original hidey hole right here, which is, received some upgrades. But Gabe has made the Engon hidey hole smell really bad, so I decided to leave.
Whoa.
I'm lying. It's fine.
Okay, I found something to pick here.
Hamish is lost. Yeah, I am. No, but I've actually managed to find another rogue action, which I'm just about to hack. Hacking SHD network right now. So
we're building that up. We're at 65% now.
There we go. All right.
All right, so this is what we talked about during the special report as well. Going rogue now does not automatically mean that you're killing other players. You have this whole other game loop of trying to find these rogue actions, steal stuff, hack terminals, maybe even steal stuff from other players. That's not about killing. So it's more about the greed. It's more about being selfish and grabbing stuff for you and your team. And then the goal of this is one of the goals of this is to find the thieves' den, where you can grab a couple of good rewards. And
all right, I just hacked that one. Sorry.
Okay, great.
One of you are right.
Hi.
There's also, as
where is he?
Said, it's kind of a curve. So
White Eagle, money
bags.
bags.
Just follow the curve, then
Teasy.
Get up to
one of you are right.
You start doing
I'm playing Division 2 on PC.
And then from there you get kind of tempted.
Facts, SASG for sure.
And then you go disavowed.
I can't tell you, but
Get to manhunt.
I can't tell you, but
Don't.
If he leaves the group right now and kill him,
the manhunt terminals.
the sausage. It could be the sausage.
Sorry, I'll stop.
It could be the spaz. It could be the showstopper.
Okay,
One of you are right.
Oh, sorry, I made blame. This is fine.
I'm trying to not spin the camera too fast with the mouse.
Okay.
To make sure that people actually see how beautiful this place is.
I want to go to a question now.
Okay.
That somebody just asked. Where is he? Finesse King Cam said, were you able to run side to side fast like Division 1? You cannot run side to side fast. No, you can't do that. But can you do the movement that I'm gonna show you? I can't show you now because I know you guys want to see them playing in the Dark Zone in Division 2. But I'm going to show you that when we do the movement, actually, I just learned how to do it, right? You're not just running side to side. You're not just running this way and then running that way. That's not what people, well, that's what some people are doing because they don't know what they're doing, right? But you're not just running from side to side. But the chicken dance, aka strafing, but it's not really strafing. You are kind of running side to side, but you're not just. It's a mechanic in the game that they haven't fixed that will only allow players who actually know what they're doing to do it. But and I'll show you guys what it is once they get finished playing. But there's some buttons you press that makes you run from side, and they didn't fix it in this game because I've already seen the animation that you need to be able to trigger that the chicken dance animation, because some people thought that, well, some people were really just running from side to side. And those people died a lot, right? You can easily kill those people. But the mechanic that makes you almost impossible to land shots on is still going to be in the game. But 99% of people don't know how to do it. Most people just run from side to side and they think they're actually doing something. It's crazy, but yeah, and I think because they don't know what it is. The people that's making the game, they don't know how it's done or what it is. And the thing is, the people that went there, they don't actually know how to do it. But being that I actually know how to do it now, I was like, hold up. This is not just running back and forth from side to side. This is actually something that is inside the running / movement mechanic that when I played Division 2, it is still in the game. Now, when I played the alpha, I did not know how to do what I'm telling you guys right now. But after I learned how to do it, I'm like, hold up. Now, you can't just run and zigzag from side to side, but there is a mechanic that you can actually do that actually works. And I was like, hold up. All right, let me get to some more questions. Are you going to make more RDR2 Red Dead Online 2 videos? No, I'm not. The game is the most let down game that that was the biggest letdown that I've had in my gaming career. Honestly, Red Dead Online. Story mode was beautiful, amazing. Red Dead Online was just rushed. They just wanted to make some money off their microtransactions. No content in it. And I can't believe I'm saying that about Rockstar when it comes to content. GTA 5 had so much content when the game first came out. On GTA 5 Online. So much content. So much stuff to do. And I didn't mind microtransactions in that game. I didn't mind you can buy shot cards. But in Red Dead Online, when there was nothing to do but hunt in the most boring PvP modes probably in gaming history, and there was literally nothing to do in the game, and you want to come out and make people buy this gold? Nah, B.
We're going.
The Spaz and AA12 look completely different.
I can't multitask. So we're going to head to the DC62 plant. You want to head up?
Could be no other shotgun unless the meta is back when the M180 was popping.
That is your punishment for standing still too long.
Did he just kill?
Shit.
Agent deceased.
Yeah.
Hammond just killed him and took his loot.
I felt so safe in your hands,
dude.
Single shot shotguns. I didn't test them out. It's the showstopper. Who's better, Christian McCaffrey or Todd Gurley?
What? Yeah, you can.
This is rude.
I didn't watch. I didn't watch NFL really this year, so I can't tell.
The virtual one and turn it right down.
Okay, he has a single shot. Is this a single shot?
Whoa.
No, it's not.
Whoa.
You see the stagger?
Okay, fine.
Did you saw the stagger?
Are we good? I'm gonna secure your loot because you can secure the loot so you can actually get it, or I can steal it. But I actually secured it now.
All right,
so
that's fair. I wasn't ready. You weren't ready. I think.
Speaking of movement, do it make you automatically get in cover when you don't want to? I got.
Yeah, extract.
Let's go extract like a team. I want to go to the mansions, but let's go extract first.
I believe the dive button or the roll button, whatever you want to call it.
Over there.
Yeah, the roll button and getting the cover is still the same button. But I hope you can switch that.
He's probably.
With Alfred, that's a spaz. Yeah, spaz.
Oh, we're not in a group anymore though.
That's a
yeah, we're gonna have to.
We're gonna
semi-auto
have to
shotgun.
get in the group again. I'm not sure how that works in this build. Is there anything?
I guess we have to go nearby because we don't have friends lists and stuff. Hang on, if you just don't kill me this time. I guess neither of us are rogue now.
I'll try not to.
Guess what?
All right, I'm coming to you.
Sabadine thinks we should go mansions, then extraction as a.
That's not the OP shotgun.
Okay, hang on.
It does look good though,
Okay.
but that's
So
not
can
it.
You see? Can you invite me to a group?
Yep.
That's not it.
Right.
That's not the one I'm talking about.
Let's go.
Okay. Let's go. Where's the
I think I can tell y'all, but
am
I
not
would
seeing
rather
the
y'all
video.
just watch
should.
me play the beta.
We're going to the south extraction. Let's go.
Okay. All right. You lead the way. Oh, you're the group leader.
I would rather y'all just watch me play the beta
Right.
and watch
Group
what
is zero.
two guns
That's
I'm
what
going to
it
be
is.
using.
Good to have
I'm telling y'all, I'm using a shotgun
Using
and a
the
sniper.
build? Yeah, it's not my choice. I would definitely.
I'm using
Oh,
a shotgun
echo,
and a
echo.
sniper.
What?
That's if
Oh,
they
they
keep
went
staggering, right? If they keep staggering in PvP,
I'm getting.
then I'll be
hit
using.
by a drone.
Then I'll be using
Can you hit the drone?
shotgun and a sniper.
I can't aim.
If you can aim good, you can take that drone out so fast. They just can't aim.
Okay, I got the drone. And now I put a drone up.
Where's Bruce?
You see the stagger? Look at the stagger.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right, we got him.
Guys, if you get staggered, is death. He got staggered and you can't shoot. Cause you get staggered once. And there's like a cooldown time to where you get staggered again. But thing is, by the time that cooldown is over, guess what? They're still shooting you more and you're taking damage while you're staggering with that shotgun. And I didn't even play with the Spaz 12. I didn't even know it was this good. So you get staggered, right? And then they just keep shooting. You taking all that damage. And then by the time that your stagger cooldown is over, guess what? You get staggered again. Shotguns and sniper boys, we ready.
I would much rather that we show where, what a development build looks like than show nothing. Because I think that's real cool. You get to see how the sausage is made, so to
Please
speak.
tell me the P90 is in this game, though. I don't know.
What's the video setting? The video setting is set to potato.
Potato.
Right. Bro, I didn't see the one you was talking about.
We are
Just a quick
120
look, I'll
meters
tell
away.
you.
Wait for me, Hamish.
I will wait for you.
I am afraid.
You talking to me?
There are rogues around. There are actually rogues around. Where'd you go?
I really
going up the
hope.
ramp.
Oh, so you're up the ramp.
Yeah.
I'll turn it up once they get back into a fight.
Yeah.
I really hope that stagger is not in the final build. Because one day I've said it was. Hold on, let me see what the chat is saying. Is the chat saying anything about the stagger?
All right, you ready?
Okay, you do it.
Here we go.
Will stagger be fixed? Somebody say, will there be flip flops? How you gonna do that in flip flops?
Yeah, somebody was asking about something specific that was also a dev build. Like everything is.
Everything, you can consider everything in here as a dev build.
Yes.
Because it is. Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Someone's underneath me.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
Extraction called for.
Chopper inbound at this time.
Gronkowski and Brady, what?
All right, coming in from
coming
the
in
west
more.
side.
Wow.
Exposed DP.
Extraction called.
One dev said it would be in the game. One dev said it wasn't. I need to know now. Somebody, hey, I really would like somebody to type in the chat like, hey,
Hilo almost at extraction.
there is stagger
Can
resilience
you look up in
on
the sky
chess
and see
piece.
where
That's what I'm
it's coming
thinking.
from?
Stagger will be in the
I didn't see him
game.
yet.
Chopper inbound at this time.
Somewhere.
He's probably just going to pop in because it's a dev build. They're probably just like, oh.
Oh, do we have it?
No.
No. Okay.
Wait,
But nobody
no, it's 2
wants
seconds left.
to roll stagger on their gear, dog.
What?
Stagger
Oh, no, here it
resistance.
is.
There it is.
Hey.
You don't have any loot.
I don't think I have any loot because I think you stole it.
Oh, I do. Do you want to see me put something on?
Yes, please put something.
I'm like,
yeah, you took my stuff.
Sorry.
yeah, they definitely coming back, and I'm gonna stay the whole time. I shouldn't have even left the Division 1, honestly. I've been playing a whole lot recently, and I still love the game.
The car slide? Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I do one of those? Oh. Let me see if I can pop a car slide.
It's gonna be hard to
need
cut
get
that
the
rope, boy.
right kind of angle.
I guess you need to be sprinting as well.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Ah yeah. Yeah, you need to be
We'll see.
sprinting.
It's still there now.
Damn.
It better be going in the beta.
All right. So our
What's up,
stuff's
Carson?
extracting. That's pretty cool.
Cut the rope.
No, we're in the same group. It's not gonna work.
No,
Cut
I
it.
wanna,
You won't.
I don't, I,
Okay,
I want
thanks,
to work
Tinks.
with Tainish
You
for
don't
now.
I've been listening to the new Bombshell Jackets podcast, Peter.
Oh.
There was a new one out yesterday. Yesterday or this morning? I don't know, time zones. It's real good. There's some
Nice.
theories in there that I quite like, which
Oh.
may or may not be wrong or right.
Oh. I'm gonna hammer
What?
fire.
Come on, I covered all my bases.
Sounds interesting.
But yeah, so go check out Bombshell Jackets podcast if you want a cool
I don't play on,
community-run podcast for the division.
I
Xbox
haven't in a
anymore.
long time.
So Peter, we
I
haven't
am
been-
really sad though, and I have to say this. I got a sticker.
I'm on PC now.
E3.
Yeah.
I lost that sticker. I
Rude.
can't find it. I want to put it on my laptop. Thanks. Please send me a new sticker. Thank you very much.
Can we head up here to the flooded mall?
Yes.
I don't think we've
I thought we were
shown
going
that
to the
part yet.
mansions.
To where?
I thought we were
Flooded
going to the
Mall?
mansions. You lead the way.
The mansions?
lead the
Let's go
way.
mansions. Okay. Okay, we're going mansions.
I'm just
400
following you
meters.
now.
Again, I've never been there, so I don't know.
No, I can't find my way here.
Yes, look at this. Peter, you looking at me?
Yeah.
Ayo.
Oh my God, mind blown.
The doors
So now
actually
we-
do have more polygons than that, just FYI, like I said. Object detail is turned down to like nothing here. So it's not just like every car is a CRX.
Guys, I've played. If you
Car jokes? No? Anyone?
I don't.
if you worried about the graphics, I played the alpha.
Right.
Like they said, they have their settings turned down. I had my settings turned up more than this. It did look better than this. I can tell you that. I played the game and it looked better than this on my own
I love
computer
that
too.
This
So.
this whole deal just looks like really, really, really bad projectile vomit. Like,
So, but I had
like
the settings.
I
It,
don't know,
it do
that
look
was-
better than this. The graphics do
I
look
don't know
better
that I
than this.
believe the
But
story that they, were
when the
trying to
game
hide
comes
the
out,
sickness by covering it up. I
it'll
just feel
at
like
least
they're
look as good as the
embarrassed how sick
Division
they
1.
actually got with their weak constitutions and decided to like
Are these the kind of
vomit
theories?
and explosive diarrhea all over this city.
Are these the kind of
Is that okay?
theories we can expect from Bombshell Jackets, or?
No, their theories are way more off base than mine. It does look like that. I know, Bad Cow.
Oh, I see the drop coming. And kind of tempted.
Okay,
but let's
okay,
get to
let's focus on the DZ drop
Okay,
check
let-
parachutes then.
Okay, let's go there.
All right.
Okay, because we can see it from here. It's coming in. That
It's
radar
not
looks
showing
very
it on the
accurate to
mini
how
map.
it is right now.
Oh, there was a different drop that way.
You saw
There's one
that?
closer.
That's one
Oh,
animation
Tinks
that
is
you
in
need.
chat. Hi, Tinks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Send me a sticker, please.
Why are the graphics such potato? Okay, I feel like we'll have to mention that a bit.
Okay.
This is a development build. Everything right now you see is turned down to. I'm gonna just be like blunt. It's turned down to potato for testing purposes. Like the big thing, object detail was turned down to 10 out of 100, which is basically turning it off. That's why things like Peter, come look at like these car doors and stuff. They are just literally they're simple polygons with none of.
What's a polygon?
What's it? Well, technically they're rendered as triangles. Game engines have changed.
So how would you describe that to me? You don't know nothing.
How would I describe a polygon?
How do you?
How that affects the look of the game.
Oh, it just basically means that everything is simplified. So, like, we have things like LODs as well in the game, which is level of detail things. So when things are further away, they're set to basically render at really, really low level of detail. Imagine that basically everywhere.
Yes.
What's rendering? Look,
Oh, we have.
All right. Yeah. Oh, okay, people here.
I'm so good with an assault rifle.
All right, my drone's doing its thing.
It's the LMG, by the way.
Oh, I'm dead.
Peter, what's your drone called? What would you call your drone?
My drone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dead drone.
Wow. Action.
Can you
Pick him
I
up,
call mine
please.
Heather.
help please?
Pick him up,
Heather?
please,
Yeah,
Hamish.
That's a good name. How come?
Hamish, pick him up. He needs help.
No, I just think it's a fierce name.
That's a fierce name. It's a good name.
I got you.
Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Are they fighting zombies? Absolutely not.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Is this a beta? No, this is not the beta. This is a development build.
His sensitivity
you
is
can
way
expect
too
the
high.
beta build to be very different.
He can't
from that.
control it. Sensitivity is too high.
Droney McDrone face.
Droney McDrone face. Don't tempt me.
Okay, so let's steal this. We're gonna go rogue, but
Protocol initiated.
is what
So
it
if you
is.
open it,
Wow, dude. Hey.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Who's here? Oh no, that's the. I think that's the.
That's the
drop thing.
The drop exploding.
I don't know how that mechanic works. I guess if you steal it,
Okay.
you and your
so
group members
we're
only get
still no. Okay, right. We're trying to go to the mansions.
All right, should we
Okay,
try
so we
and
need
clear
to
our
go-
rogue? No, let's not try and clear our rogue. Let's go to the mansions. I want to show as much of this off as we can, so
Yes.
people
I have no idea how much time we
can
have.
see a bunch of stuff. We don't.
We have time to do management.
We have time to do
We
mansions,
have
and then I
time
think
to
we
do
got to run.
mansions.
Alt F4 is a new alt. Oh, sick! I'm just gonna do that on the stream. Alec, can you try Alt F4 and see what happens? That'd be cool.
Don't press that. What are you talking?
What?
All right. I always forget to use my grenade launcher. I gotta. Oh, do you want? Okay, Peter, come chill here.
Yes, I
I'm
want
gonna
to see the
grenade launcher these dudes, and then we're gonna go. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Patonk.
I want to see it on players.
Oh, that felt satisfying. Do I have any?
Look at that!
Oh, I have
What do you
one bolt
mean?
for my crossbow, but they're all dead.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Look at the
I-
shield
I'm-
glitched. Look
I'm
at the
so sorry,
birds.
I
Oh, that
splooshed them all.
FPS turned down too.
All right.
Okay, I think we're gonna go around a little bit.
Let's do it. So I see some questions about the content of the beta, for example. We can't really comment on anything related to that right now. Just so you know.
Yeah, soon enough.
Soon
No,
enough.
name is bad.
We're only getting started. We're only getting started.
What that?
What?
The
Can go graffiti
Go
hunting.
graffitis?
Bro, we ain't trying to see no graffiti.
Because
I mean, I like graffiti.
what's going on? What's going on?
Fan theory.
What?
Check out the building right there.
Oh.
Cleaners. I think you know, in this timeline they've reformed.
And they just decided to.
They started.
Let's stop this whole fire thing.
Small business, backbone of America.
We know everything about various forms of
They
chemicals.
were totally misunderstood in New York and decided to move to DC
I think that's it.
and start their shirt laundry, dry cleaning, leatherwork alterations business.
I think that's
So
true.
well,
I mean, they
spoilers.
look fairly spotless.
I mean, it didn't make the cut for the story trailer, but I mean, it probably should have.
Oh, Division asshole ahead.
I heard that too.
But where are you? Because I want to shoot you with I want to shoot somebody with a crossbow now.
It's this side job. Yeah.
We had no time for it. You.
Can I climb this fence? No.
We
All right.
no.
We can't climb the fence.
Oh, no.
All
Oh
right,
yeah, we could.
You could?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
I'll meet
probably
you in
gonna
there.
regret this decision.
I'll meet you in there. You do your worst.
Okay. Okay. I'll get them. I think they are aware that we're
All right,
here.
found another door I'm in.
I found some boxes.
Well, really, really great if one of us decided to equip Pulse, but let's not bother with that.
Oh wait.
Oh, I
that
found a
was
bunch of
not it.
dudes in the back corner.
that's the
They're
other
not
pulse.
aggroed yet.
Not sure what that was.
Oh, now they are. Oh, let's go.
Wait, wait.
Ooh, shit.
Oh dear.
If we're a Gray Road, do we still have a
okay.
flag
Oh.
red in order to kill other players?
I gotta use my medkit.
No.
Armor kit now,
If
right?
you Gray Road,
No, I missed the only bolt I had.
You missed the only.
I had one bolt, I think.
Oh man.
they've already showed PvE. And it's hard to show PvE without showing part of the story, which they don't want to show. If we were to go rogue, do we still have to flag rogue in order to kill other players or what? No. Once you go white rogue, I call it white rogue, red rogue. Once you go white rogue, you can kill people. You don't go red rogue until you kill another person.
I can't aim.
That's right.
This whole dark zone is
So
new.
something.
Heather got this. Go, Heather.
Go, Heather. One thing that always gets me.
This whole dark zone
when I'm
is
playing
new.
the Division 2 is
They playing a new dark zone that we haven't
you
seen.
die faster.
He said she needs to die. Is he talking about Heather?
Maybe.
Rude. Rude.
Can you? The whole idea is that it's a cover-based shooter. Yes.
All right. Landmark is cleared.
Detecting landmark.
No! I want to see him bleed out.
Can you help? Call for help, please. Please help me.
Fine.
Oh, you're too nice.
Oh, debated.
You're too nice.
All right, no, okay.
But help me. Help me.
Too real? Too real? Whoa!
Oh, no, whoa, whoa. What? You took too long. You took too
Who blew
long.
us up? Oh, it was Echo.
I
think it's Bruce.
Was it Bruce? I'm trying
PvP
to
is everything.
Oh, I'm dead. All right.
This stream is just about dark zone.
I guess
and
that's
PvP.
a very, very nice way to end this whole thing.
I guess it is.
And they just ended. They did end the stream now.
I'm gonna go
gonna hunt down Bruce.
down Bruce and punch him in the face.
I think there's some fruit in the kitchen. We can throw some fruit at him.
Who was your favorite character in RDR2?
Yeah, we should raid
Lady?
Bruce.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks you all for hanging out with us for another hour after the special report. And of course, thank you to everyone who was there for the special report. We're so happy. And I just need to say it again. We're so happy to be here.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
We're so happy to be streaming again. We'll be back. It's so great to sit here with you in the same room.
I'm rusty as hell, but it's fun. I can't wait to get back into it. If I can, but it's gonna be super good. I leave it there. When's the next time people can find stuff, or do they have to check out the socials to find out?
Check out the socials, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, etc. We'll be posting there. And I can't give you any date when State of the Game will return, but it will return. It's coming back. When you least know it, all of a sudden it's Thursday. And there's a State of the Game. Not this Thursday. Okay. I realized how that sounded. Not this Thursday, but soon.
All right, we'll leave it there, and we'll transition to end screen. But we'll see you all real soon, and have a good one. All right,
bye.
I mean, you really can't have a stealth mechanic. I'm gonna show y'all the animation real quick. You really can't have a stealth mechanic when you have headphones like these. Just can't. All right, well that's over. That is over. Let me crank up the Division, and I'm gonna show you guys the animation. The reason that it's still in the game. And there's no stealth mechanics. I mean, I wouldn't mind to be able to, if I could sneak up to somebody and grab them from behind and just slice their throat in game. What's the end game for PvE? Hopefully, no loot runs to the same buildings. It's not. It's just like the Dark Zone. Let me show y'all this animation real quick. Guys, I pre-ordered the game 347 day. How? I don't get what you're saying. Okay, I gotta turn this back down. It is too loud, baby. All right, we should be good now. Let me show you this animation real quick. That is still in the Division 2. And I just saw it. It's two things really.
Readings indicate this area is safe.
Two things really. They should add stealth kills. I wouldn't mind coming up behind somebody. And then if you can get all the way up behind them close enough and grab them. Okay, so it's two animations, right? This is the first one. You see how I started off? My sprint speed. Watch this. Hold on, I gotta turn this off real quick. Let me turn this off because you guys probably can't see it. All right, this. You see that? You see how you start off fast like that? This right here. That animation. That animation right there, how he just does this, like leans when you start sprinting, how they lean in. That's still in the game. And let me turn it back on. And this animation is still in the game. Hold up. You see how I stopped right there? Watch how I stop. You see how I'm running and my person just lets up like that? This looks different in what's the name? When I'm in combat. And I'm not good at it. But those animations are still in the game. How my person stops. And all I'm doing is running, going to the side, stopping. Hold on, let me do it. Let me go over here. All I'm doing is running, going to the side, stopping. I'm running again, going to the side, stopping. And some people think you're just doing this. I'm not doing this. That's what some people do. It's easier to track, especially when you're in combat. But this, I forgot I changed that button. It should be like, let me go to that real quick. You think Halo will ever come back? If they move it to PC? Halo being just on Xbox is kind of tough these days. Like the only people that's playing the people on Xbox. What do you think clans will be like? I already know what clans will be like, but I can't say anything. Because they haven't showed everything yet. I'm gonna show y'all how that looks. I'm gonna show y'all how this same movement. And as you see, I'm not even good at it yet. I just learned how to do it. I just learned how to do it. So mine is still sloppy. But I'm going to show y'all what that looks like when I'm in combat. You see how my guy instantly turns? You see how my guy instantly turns like that? Look how my head is here, then all of a sudden it's here. Then it's here, then it's here. That's what the problem is. And like I said, I'm not good at it. I just learned how to do it. And you can actually cover so much ground. And you're not doing this. This is not what I'm doing. I'm not just running back side to side. As you can see, this is different from this. As I just messed up right then. I gotta stay in combat. See, all I'm doing is running, stopping, running, stopping. And if I turn my mouse with it, I can cover so much ground. You may think I'm just doing this, that I'm just running back and forth. But you can actually see the animation difference. Look at my guy's head. If you're trying to get... Now, right there, it's easy to hit body shots when I'm this far away from you. But when I'm up on you, like if I get all the way close to him... Now, the NPCs, they don't care anything about this. They still gonna melt you, right? But if I'm all the way up... See... And they can melee you up out of it. NPCs can. But if I'm all the way up in your face, doing this, it's hard. I wonder if I can do that in Wildlands, but the thing is this animation right here. See, if I'm running sideways, I can stop. And my person does this slow down effect. That's the problem. That slow down effect right there. And they think that stopping people from doing this phase is going to stop that. Like, of course you can, if somebody's doing this, of course you can slow that down. You can slow that down, but you still have this same animation in the game. This animation, when I take off, that animation, how he ducks his head down, that animation is still in the game, and this animation that you slow down. I don't know if you guys can hear me typing or not. But it's like, it's 1, 2, 3, it's 5 buttons that I gotta type to do that. But once you get out of combat, I'm still in combat right now. That's why you can see my head. It's like his head is glitching. But they are heavier in Division 2. They are heavier. But the animation still allows you to do that quick movement. Now this, you can't do this. Like, this, you can't do this. You can't do that. Let me get back in combat. Where you guys go? All right. You can't do this, right? This is not going to work. But you can do this. See how my guy instantly switches back to the other side? That's because it's this animation that makes you, like when I'm running to the side, that makes them stop like that. And you see how when and there's people that can do this much better than me. See, I'm still doing this slow. People can do what I'm doing at correct. I just learned how to do it like 2 days ago. And there's people that can do it like dummy fast. And to the average person, you may think they're just doing this. They're just running back and forth like this. But that's not what they're doing. It's actually an animation that's in the game there that people are taking advantage over. And you can actually do it so fast. And a lot of people just, they see that and they do this. They do this and they think they're actually doing what they see other people do. But NPCs can shoot you out of it though. Or melee you. Thanks, Velocity. What's your thoughts on Soldier Boy? Soldier Boy is smart, man. Alright, y'all, that's it for me. Alright, people. Thanks, everybody, for coming out to the stream. It's been fun, but I gotta practice my movement some more. I'm gonna keep practicing it until I'm perfect at it. Right now, I'm not perfect at it. I'm still doing it too slow. You still under NDA? Yeah. That stuff is still all the alpha stuff is most of the alpha stuff is still under NDA unless it's been put out publicly. You know any YouTubers that do it fast? Not on PC. I believe it might be stopped because you do it on PC differently than you do it on console, on Xbox and PlayStation. You do it on PC differently. You do it on PC differently. And it might, I'm trying to cause, well, Jasamian did it when we played it at E3. Jasamian did it, right? Jasamian did it. I never knew how to do it on Xbox or PlayStation. I never knew how to do it with a controller, but I learned how to do it on PC. And I just learned how to do it 2 days ago, and I'm still doing it slow. But as you can see, the guy's head just, it twitches. The person's body twitches from side to side. And once I saw that it's those two animations, the startup run and just going from side to side. Well, when you stop running, going from side and you stop, you actually not just stop running, you're actually trying to run backwards. You're trying to backpedal as you're running forward. So those two animations are still in the game, which they're not. I can tell you right now, the game comes out in March 12th, which the game probably will be finalized. The animations in game probably are already final. Well, it's January. They probably could tweak some stuff, but I don't think that is such of a core game. But it ain't work because of time to kill. Yes, it will. If you can't hit your shots, it will work. Especially with how. Wait till you see it play. Because I went up in what's the name, right? When I was playing the alpha, I saw a guy do it. And then when I seen it, I was like, hold up, that is not just running from side to side. There is no way, because I know what running from side to side looks like. I've played the game way too much, and I know that is not what running from side to side looks like. And so I looked it up on how to do. I just looked it up on how to do it like 2 days ago though, because I was thinking that it wasn't gonna be those two animations. I was thinking, oh, they're not gonna be in the Division 2. There's no way. Because the people that went to play the game, when they went to go visit them and play the game, they saw these and they know about these animations and they're gonna tell them about them. Come to figure out that PC YouTubers don't even know how to do it. It's crazy. I was like, so the PC YouTubers and some console players are not even doing it right. They think they're doing it. We're not doing it in kill time. You think kill, there are some stuff. I'll show you. Especially on PC. I'll when the beta comes along, I will be able to show y'all some stuff. I already have a build in mind that I already have the skills in mind that I'm going to be using. The skills in mind with the weapons that I'm going to be using, I'm going to be broken. They better hope that stuff is in the beta. Because if it's not in the beta and they don't get a chance to fix it after I break it, it's going to be in the main game when it first come out, and they're not going to patch it day one. But I'm going to show it in the beta. Why it takes so long to go live on YouTube? What do you mean? When you first press the live button? No idea. Guys, the only thing that made the time to kill long in Division 1 was med kits. That's the only thing that made the time kill long. If med kits were not in Division 1, time to kill would be faster, right? And then you got stuff like Nomad and all that type of stuff, but you gonna play MK11? Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I just dropped something and I can't find it. Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna play it, but You guys can't see that. Yeah, but I already have some stuff in mind that I know I'm gonna be using. I already know the full build that I'm gonna be using. My in-game build. I already know it. But yep, and people think the time to kill is gonna be see, the thing is, the time to kill is just gonna help people with the better aim. Like me, I'm beaming headshots. When I press go live, it just stuck on going live. That hasn't happened to me. Google that. No problem, Danny Brown. But guys, you guys already know how I was 1.1, 1.2. I didn't play 1.3. I played 1.4 and 1.5. Or did I play 1. I did play 1.4. I skipped all the way out on 1.3 because of the shotgun meta. I should have played it, but I just hate when stuff literally takes no skill to do. And the one-shot shotgun was that, but I'll continue even through, cause there gonna be some stuff in the Division 2 that once again takes no skill to use, especially at the beginning, because I can already see it. And I'll just play through it. Yeah, send me a pic on Twitter. Defense drone, I do like the defense drone a lot. Do like the defense drone, and there's some stuff like the stuff that I've seen, especially in these videos, that I've seen certain perks and certain talents and attributes that I want on my gear. They're gonna be like, how is he not dying? How is he healing so fast? I thought the time to kill was faster. Massive, what did you do? Ubisoft, you lied. I'm like, hey, just build, baby, just build. Yeah, send me a pic, AJ. I'll look at that real quick. I think I know what you're talking about, but it may be that OBS is just not connecting to your YouTube. It may be a network problem. All right, anyways, guys, my name is Daryus P. Thanks to you all for coming out to the stream. We got to watch some the Division 2 gameplay together. I learned some new stuff. You guys, hope you all learn some new stuff also. Soon, baby. Real soon. We're gonna be playing Division 2 when I get into that beta. Oh baby. Laughing like that's gonna be me crying. The thing is, I'm gonna show people, like, I was thinking about, cause if you guys don't know, hold up. Oh, that was AJ, all right. If you guys don't know, I have family. I know I got family in Flint. I got family in Detroit too. Dunny, you some kin to me? Oh, your fam in D said what up though. Hold on. Dunny, you some kin to me? I know I got family in Flint. I didn't know I had family in Detroit too. I mean, I guess they could. I don't know how close Flint is to Detroit, but you just said my fam in the D said what up. Unless you're just talking, just saying like fam. Like fam. I don't know. But anyways, what I was about to say? Oh yeah, about bills. You guys don't know, but your favorite YouTubers used to watch my bill videos. I'm not gonna tell you, but I've had people come to me, it's like, man, I thought I used to think that I had a good bill. And now I watch your bill videos and I'll be like, dang, my bill ain't there yet. But yeah, like 2 hours away. Oh, bet. Like my the build videos, No, this is what I was thinking. I was thinking about just keeping all my build videos private, honestly. I was thinking like just keeping my builds private, just keep them to myself. Don't tell anybody what I'm running on my stuff. When I'm in that occupied dock zone, just mowing, just absolutely destroying everybody. I thought about doing that, right? Then I was like, nah, man. You gotta give the people what they want. They want to see what you are running. They want to see. I'm gonna look at it right now, AJ. Actually, while I'm here, I'm looking at it on my phone. Oh, you using that? I know it's content. You using the what's name? You don't use See, I don't use it to stream. So I actually have no idea about that because I don't use that to stream. I use OBS to stream. You streaming directly through the YouTube thing. The YouTube go live button. I use OBS to stream. I've never streamed that way, so I don't know. I actually don't know how that works. Now we need to know the bill. Yo, Daryus, long time no talk. Yo, what's up, Jonathan? I remember that name. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? Long time, long time. We need to know the bill. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show the bill. I know all the other. The thing is, by the time that my build is perfected and finished, then people are gonna go start farming for my build. Hold on, that ain't Johnny Mate. I know the name. That ain't Johnny Mate, is it? Is that Johnny Mate? Is that Johnny Mate? Johnny, if that's you, dog, I need you to come to PC. Guys, Johnny Mate the one gonna give me the content, right? That's Johnny Mate. I knew that name, but I didn't know. I guess I forgot if you changed your. That was your name in YouTube, and your Johnny Mate was just Oh, Johnny Mate, you 18 too now. Now you probably like 20 now. 20, 21, maybe 22. That was 3 years ago. Johnny is 20. Johnny, you 20 now. You turned 21 this year. Or 21 this year? Something like that. Johnny, I'm gonna need you to get on PC, big dog. Get on PC. Because I'm gonna need that content. I'm gonna need that content. This the first of this Division 1. I'm about to end the stream. We already saw the what away. We already saw the division, but I'm about to get off. I don't even know why I'm still here. Guys, Johnny, y'all seeing Jonathan go set a gossip. I'm gonna get on PC for Division 2. Guys, Johnny Mate is probably the funniest person I've ever played with in the game. Probably the funniest person I've ever played with in the game. If you think I'm funny, Johnny probably needs to start a YouTube channel. Johnny probably the funniest person that I played with, period. Funniest person. What's OBS? Just Google OBS. It's open broadcaster software, but it's like it's a free It's free software that you can use that I use to stream and record my games. And that's what probably 90% of people, probably 99% of streamers and YouTubers use to their gameplay. Yeah, great times. When I got Johnny and Barcode in the squad, because Barcode playing on PC too. When I got Johnny and Barcode on the same team, you talking about some funny times. Johnny and Barcode, them two together. Ain't nothing. That's what I'm talking. When I'm talking about, them two be having me rolling. Them two gonna have me rolling. I already know it. But Johnny, I'm gonna hit you up on Xbox or something. On the Xbox, I'll probably send you a message or something. Add you on Uplay as you get closer to time. But yeah, Jasamian playing on Xbox, man. I want Jasamian to play on PC, but Jasamian, he's glued to the Xbox. I'm not getting on Xbox. No way, baby. No way. Even though I want to play with J2, but yeah, Barcode coming to PC. Barcode is a beast in Fortnite, by the way. Barcode gonna be on PC. Jasamian sticking with that Xbox. Some odd, crazy, out of touch reason. But yeah, he gonna be on Xbox. Jasamian probably gonna be on Xbox for the first 3 months, and then I'm gonna try to convince him. I'm gonna try to convince him every day to come on PC. But PC where it's at now for me. Anyways, Johnny, mate, I'm gonna hit you up. Thanks everybody for coming out to the stream. I got stuff to do. Thanks for watching, everybody. We may pop a stream tomorrow, just me and the DZ. If I can get some striker, I still ain't got striker yet. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming out to the stream. Probably upload a video. Might upload a video today too. I don't know. Thanks everybody for watching though. I'm playing Anthem real soon. I'm gonna stream Anthem, I think. I'm gonna stream it just to see how good it is, but that'll be it. Probably won't make any videos of Anthem. Probably just stream it. And then once it come out, I'll probably just play the story mode. Then that'll be it for me. Just play through the story, complete that, and then that'll be it for me. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm out of here.